Grainger, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
I remember that every time my mom got dressed up, she put on the first piece of jewelry I ever gave her, a pair of quarter-carat diamond earrings. It was Mother's Day in 1978, and I'll never forget it. She said, "Oh, John, you shouldn't have," but her eyes and her smile said something completely different. That is a feeling we want you to have when she opens your gift from Prestigio Jewelers this Mother's Day. Even better, we guarantee you a credit account to make your own Mother's Day memory. I'm John Bubica, founder and president of Prestigio Jewelers, and I guarantee you a credit account today.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-934-1870 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-934-1870. That's 800-934-1870. What do you have to lose? Call 800-934-1870. Again, 800-934-1870.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
Starting the show with a little bit of breaking news from ESPN's Shams Charania. Joel Embiid is out tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 2 of their series with the New York Knicks. Well, doesn't matter. The Knicks are going to run over them anyway. But now they're even more going to run over them.
Oof.
So, shout out Joel Embiid and the 76ers,
peace be
I
with
guess.
you.
Yeah, good luck.
Joel Embiid truly is your example of you get a superstar, but they can only play 50% of the games.
That's it.
What did I say after that series? I was like, loved seeing Joel Embiid. Thought he was a huge part of why they won that series. But the biggest question is, can he stay healthy?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's how do you look at it? Do you look at it like the 76ers even making it to this round is fraudulent? Or do you look at it like, man, the Boston Celtics really freaking blew it? We'll talk about both teams today on the show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi, I'm Matt George. That's Kayla Anderson. She's back with us today after being in high demand. We'll talk to her about what she got to experience yesterday. Kyle Ledbetter, of course, back with us on the other side of the glass, pressing buttons. Kayla, how was your...
What's going on?
How is your are you leaving radio for a full-time career as an MC? That's what I want to know.
Well, you know better than anybody that that's never a full-time job
no.
for us. That's just the extras that
side hustle.
we're asked to do. But in all seriousness, because I just recently moved to Sacramento not too long ago, right? So part of it is just getting to know the community, getting to know other people in the community, and no offense, because I've loved working with pretty much men my whole life, let's be honest.
Yes.
Had a couple female sports broadcasters I've worked with here and there, but it is nice to get around a group of women once in a while and to hear from them and hear about their journeys. And that's pretty much what it was. It is Small Business Week this week in the capital city, and for women specifically, that was the big conference that they put on. So
Amazing.
I was the MC. So it was really cool to hear a lot of stories from local business owners here or people who are entrepreneurs. And there were some former TV news personalities that went on from TV news and did their own thing.
Amazing.
We know that that's happened a lot more lately than any time. So, yeah, it was fun. I thought, emceeing is interesting. I told them from the start, guys, I said, you guys might think that we enjoy talking and we're comfortable with it. Yes, we are, but we don't talk in front of live people every day. In our faces, like in front of us.
You don't like it?
Well, it's not like I don't like it.
It's just different.
It takes me a minute to warm up because I'm one of those people. I danced since the age of 3 competitively, and I would look out into the audience, but it was all blacked out.
Yeah.
When you look out into the audience and you see faces, and maybe someone has a resting bee face, or, someone's in their own world, but then you look at it and I'm like, well, maybe they just aren't liking what I'm saying. That can get into your head real quick. So you have to learn to kind of look past people's faces when you're speaking to a live audience.
At least the resting bee face is better than when you're speaking to an audience and you look in the table in front of you and nobody's looking at you and just talking amongst themselves and you're just like,
yeah, that's a good point.
hi, hello.
You're like, wait, so you're interested in each other's conversation.
See, that's where you just do the awkward teacher thing and you just stare at them till they're done. Care to share with the class?
Exactly. But it was fun. So shout out to everybody, Scott Navarro, who used to work here at Sactown Sports, helping with that great event. So
and you said, you were telling me before the show, you met a couple daily listeners of the show there.
Yeah, and shout out to our daily listeners. That was really cool to hear that people tune in to listen to the show here for Matt and Kayla.
We love it. We appreciate it. And we're glad to have Kayla back here on Matt and Kayla. Trust me, the audience, at least our comment section, very much missed you yesterday because they just had to put up with me and Kyle. Kayla is back, and the show's even better today. Why? Because Matt's dipping out early. Yep, I'm leaving at 12:30, so you don't even have to deal with 4 hours of me.
Right, you get to deal with an hour less,
2.5 hours. That's all you. That's all you have to deal with today. You only have to sit
on
through...
the day of De'Aaron Fox's game 2?
Hey, listen. There are a couple of important things today. I'm leaving early because at 1:15 or something like that, my son has his kindergarten assessment, which means he's in TK now, which means it's will he be ready to advance to kindergarten or not? He will be, but you just have to go through this whole shindig, talk to teachers, blah, 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 all this thing. So that's a big deal for him. And then I don't want to go any further on the show today without wishing my beautiful wife, Brittany, a happy birthday
Oh, my
today.
goodness. So she is
also
a
maybe
Taurus.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love Tauruses.
I don't know what that means. She is a May 6 baby.
Yeah.
So we're both May babies. She's older though by a year, so she's a cougar. That's just what it is.
Rawr.
Yep, I know.
May the 6th be
Look
with
at
you.
Matt.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen.
May the 6th.
I can bag what I can bag.
All right, Matt.
I latched onto the one thing I could. Like, oh, she likes me. Ring.
I love she's older. That's great.
Yeah. So happy birthday to my wife Brittany, who never listens to the show because she's very unimpressed by what I do, and she's a teacher. She's too busy wrangling children.
Happy 24th birthday.
Smart. Good call. Good call. If only I were that young. Well, Kayla, we got lots to get to on today's show today, from recapping the playoff games last night with the Pistons and Thunder getting wins. We have to talk about the San Jose Sharks draft lottery luck and how the Sacramento Kings can get a bite of that apple, because the Sharks are killing it in the draft lottery. We'll tell you what happened with the Sharks yesterday as we dive into the next batch of the Athletics anonymous player poll. And while this poll does not have anything directly to do with Sacramento Kings players or coaches, there are some involvements in regards to the Kings.
Okay.
Some interesting involvements. I'll just say that. We'll break that down.
I can't read whether this is good or bad.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
11 o'clock. You'll find out about how the Kings are involved in the Athletics anonymous player poll released today. 2027 Baseball Hall of Fame first-time candidates have been announced. Will any of them actually be first ballot Hall of Famers? We'll discuss that. We've got Pick a Side today. And in my final segment of the show before I dip out and Kayla and Kyle increase the ratings, lunch break, we'll talk about Jaylen Brown. Because according to Tracy McGrady, Jaylen Brown is very frustrated with the Boston Celtics. He just seems frustrated in general right now. Could Jaylen Brown be on the outs? Well, it sounds like the Milwaukee Bucks are monitoring the situation closely in case it could involve a Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. But of course, here in Sacramento, we have to involve the Kings in some way, shape, or form. We'll talk about what, like the hypothetical of if the Kings were to pursue Jaylen Brown. Why would they do it? And why this new draft lottery system actually encourages the Sacramento Kings now to be aggressive, when in the past that would be the exact opposite of what you would want to do as a rebuilding team. We'll get to that all today. Lots to get to on the show. And let's begin with De'Aaron Fox. No, I'm just kidding. Let's begin with the Detroit Pistons taking Game 1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. Pistons were in full control of this game, Kayla. And that's where Kyle and I were talking about yesterday, like a new lease on life after they were dead in that Magic series, not just down 3-1, but down, 24 points on the road in Game 6. They come back, they win that game, of course, win Game 7. So, I mean, they got to feel like they're playing with house money. They just looked relaxed. They looked comfortable.
Sure.
They looked like they didn't take the Cavs lightly by any means. And, of course, Cade Cunningham is Cade Cunningham. We'll talk about him in a second. But the Detroit Pistons supporting cast is finally settled in. From Duncan Robinson to Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris, all these guys, they've settled in. And the Pistons last night looked like the Pistons they've been all season long.
That is what I had a feeling, if they could get past that first series with a, I believe, physical Orlando team that kind of matched them in terms of how they played physically. In this series, I like the Cavs. I think they're a good team. Like, they've got good pieces. But I just think that Detroit needed that boost of confidence and a little time for some of these guys to get out of a funk, i.e. Jalen Duren. But now you're seeing Tobias Harris come up as a big helper for Cade Cunningham. Like, let's be real. Cade Cunningham has been phenomenal the whole postseason.
Yes.
And that's coming off of a collapsed lung,
yes,
which is crazy to think about. But it just took a minute for everybody else to get the wheels spinning together. And I think that just getting the monkey off your back kind of situation with Orlando, I truly feel like they're going to start to settle in. Now, the Cavs made a push later in this game.
Right.
And what I liked, though, is Detroit pushed back.
Yeah.
When I think if it was Detroit in the first series, it would have went the opposite way. We probably would have seen the Cavs win that game.
Yeah, the Cavs have a significant experience advantage, right, over the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons might be the higher seed, but the Cavs have been there and done that before. And to see the Pistons weather that storm and not fold to the pressure and then dish it right back and retake control of the game ultimately to win it, I think is very encouraging for the Pistons and how they've settled into these playoffs a little bit more. Did you ever watch the show, the Beyond Scared Straight show?
Yeah.
Ever watch that show? This is a very weird example, but it was almost like that Magic series kind of scared the
straight.
Pistons into gear.
Yep.
Just like, wow, that was terrifying. We cannot let that happen again. Let's lock in, wake the hell up, and be the team that we know that we can be. Now,
And
it's just one game.
Right.
but they looked like themselves.
No, exactly. And that doesn't really happen that much. When you go down 3-1 in a series, like it's very hard to come back.
They were dead to rights.
Exactly.
They were dead, not just down 3-1. They were dead down 24.
Exactly. It's like, what do they do when they like have to truly resuscitate you? Like your heart stops. That's what I feel like it was with the Pistons in that series.
They were about to call it, and then one more defibrillator shock got them there.
Exactly.
And
a prayer.
Hey, and a prayer. Credit to them. I heard Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross talking about this morning. In the Eastern Conference, not in all the NBA playoffs, but in the Eastern Conference playoffs, is Cade Cunningham the best player in the East?
Dude, he's shown to be, man. And I only say that because, look, there's some other guys I can name, but when it comes to Cade and what he's been, like, what he's had to do, the kind of, like, load he's had to carry in that first series. Now, hopefully he starts to get more help, like I said, in the second series. But they would have not won any of those games if it wasn't for Cade Cunningham. Remember, he scored like 40.
He was the only player on the team showing up.
I think that's a good point that he could be the best player.
So I agree with Jason Ross.
How about Brunson?
Jason Ross said Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I agree because we've seen Jalen Brunson do it repeatedly in the playoffs before. The argument that I would make against myself, though, the argument that I would make for Cade and against Brunson, and we're in the early stages of the second round, so we're going to get a lot more context here.
I know where you're going with this.
As good as Jalen Brunson is, I do believe Jalen Brunson is the best player on the New York Knicks. But Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the guy that makes it work or not.
That's what I was just going to say.
Versus in Detroit, as we saw, Cade's supporting cast is important. He needs Jalen Duren to step up. Duncan Robinson was sensational yesterday. I thought Duncan Robinson played his role to perfection.
Really good.
Tobias Harris is one of the veterans there. He's been good. Asar Thompson, defensively, really, really good player. But Cade is the straw that stirs the drink. He's the head of the snake, whatever analogy you want to use. That is Cade's team. Yeah. He's the one that's going to take them as far as they can go. Jalen Brunson is the best player on the New York Knicks. But with how they're trying to play and what we've seen with Mike Brown's offense and how he's incorporated this offense recently, and they've been firing on full cylinders ever since. They've won 4 straight games by blowouts. What's unlocked it has been how they're playing through Karl Anthony Towns. So you could argue, just like when the Kings Beam Team won, De'Aaron Fox is the best player on that team. But everything went through Domantas Sabonis. Right. So you could argue Sabonis was the most important player of that team. And what did the Warriors do? They took Sabonis away in the playoffs, and the Kings struggled.
Exactly.
Right? So that's the argument that I would make for Cade against Brunson, but I personally think it's Brunson.
I mean, Brunson's been spectacular. And what did a lot of people talk about coming into the series about guards?
Yep, scoring
and
guards.
How they can't be a difference maker.
We talked about this yesterday while you weren't here. The Tyrese Maxey versus Jalen Brunson, what we saw in Game 1. Granted, the Knicks eventually beat the brakes off the Sixers, but in the first half, we saw a good back and forth between those two. The scoring guard is still very, very important in the league. And Kayla, that's a really nice thing to see if you're a team like the Sacramento Kings that is more than likely falling into that range where you're going to be picking amongst these point guards in this draft.
Exactly. And that's what I'm kind of having fun watch. And I keep on thinking, like, come on, point guards, I need you to do really well in these series. Because I'm joking, but in the same way, I do believe if they fell to that spot where Acuff was there, I do believe it would be a valuable pick. Like, time will tell if that happens, but we're seeing it now in the postseason. Again, you have to have the complementary pieces around these guards, but these guards carry a heavy load.
Big time.
And sometimes can win games for you when these other specialty pieces or pieces that, help you out are having a bad game or have a couple bad games.
Donovan Mitchell's kind of another example of that because he's been that dude since he was drafted in Utah. And, of course, he's that dude for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he can handle the basketball, don't get me wrong. But because he's, 6'6", 6'7", I think he's probably like 6'6". He's not looked at as a point guard the same way like a Acuff or a Kingston Flemings is a point guard necessarily.
He's a little bigger.
He's different than Tyrese Maxey.
Exactly.
And he's been that dude.
Tyrese is how tall?
Maxey, I think, is 6'3".
Yeah.
But let me double check.
So he's smaller too. Yeah, I think you're right. It's like an Acuff, I believe, is listed at 6'3".
6'2". Maxey's 6'2".
Oh, Maxey's 6'2".
Yeah, Maxey's listed at 6'2". Maybe Mitchell might be 6'4". Donovan Mitchell might be 6'4" now that I think about it.
You
No,
gave him a
Mitchell's
couple-
6'2"? Where the hell have I been?
Donovan Mitchell 6'2"?
He plays a lot bigger than that, let me tell you.
Damn.
Good for Donovan Mitchell. So maybe Donovan Mitchell's in that category too. An elite scoring guard. And Mitchell's not necessarily known for his defense. He was before coming into the NBA. That's what's crazy about Donovan Mitchell. He was drafted as like a defensive prospect, and then he exploded as this offensive talent in Utah, and that's what he's made his career out to be, and good for him. Donovan Mitchell's defense is good.
Sure. And we know Acuff is not known for defense.
Right, but Donovan Mitchell is a good example that he's not a lockdown defender, he's not a clamps defender, but he's not a negative defender. So if you're a scoring guard like a Darius Acuff coming into the league, and you can just be a neutral defender, where you're a good team defender, you can play perimeter defense, you can harass a ball handler, that doesn't mean you get a lot of steals, but at the very least, you just stay in front of your man and learn how to contest shots appropriately. If you can score at the level that we think Acuff can score based off of how he played at Arkansas, there is a long, successful spot for you in the NBA, right? Yeah. So I imagine if the Kings were to take Darius Acuff, of course, that's what they would look at. We're not going to turn Darius Acuff Jr. into suddenly a elite defensive guard like Drew Holiday or Mike Conley was in his prime.
That's not going to happen.
But he can run our offense. He can shoot lights out, and then defensively,
he can improve.
We don't have to hide him defensively.
Yeah.
Because the Kings aren't good enough to hide anybody.
How tall is Brunson?
Brunson, I want to say, is also 6'2".
Okay. He always plays, to me, he plays big, but he looks small. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, 6'2".
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but Brunson's strong. He's physical.
No, he is. But I look at Acuff as being a stronger guard as well.
He played that way in college,
yeah.
But we'll see if that can keep up in the NBA. I don't loathe James Harden as much as Carmichael Dave clearly does, but I've never been a James Harden fan. James Harden's had a reputation of not being able to get it done in the playoffs, and he was the big swing that the Cleveland Cavaliers took. We all overreact to games, so I want to be careful not to be too disrespectful to James Harden, but he wasn't good last night. And he's already being questioned in Cleveland and outside Cleveland. Is he the right swing for the Cavs to have made at a time where, God, man, the East is wide open. I think it's the Knicks division or conference now to lose, but when Boston lost in the first round, it's wide open, and the Cavs are probably kicking themselves going, this is the time to do it. This is the time to go.
Especially if they saw a kind of Detroit, a little bit of a wounded Detroit team, obviously caught some fire at the end, but coming in, you still could maybe exploit Detroit.
Nice.
Rhymes. But this is what I also saw. James Harden wasn't good, but Jared Allen was also almost invincible.
Yeah.
Or invisible.
Yeah.
He had like 2 points, like a couple rebounds. And we talked about the game specifically with Toronto, where he was really good. Really a difference maker in that game when he needed to be.
Right.
And they really shut him down.
Right. So. We know Cleveland can play better. The Cavs know they can play better. So I don't think there's any panic necessarily happening in Cleveland. And the Detroit Pistons, while they earned back some respect last night with how they played, again, I don't think anybody in Cleveland's looking at the Detroit Pistons as, I don't know if we can get past them. They're a good team. They should be the favorites as of now because they won game 1. But the Cavaliers have the experience. I think this series is going to go 6 or 7.
It probably will. I think they'll win their games in Cleveland.
Yeah. But can they go back to Cleveland and, like, if they're going back to Cleveland down 2-0, then it makes those games, like, can't lose, basically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we'll see how that goes. Keon Ellis played after 3 straight DNPs.
I know.
Keon Ellis got some playing time,
2
played
points?
11 minutes. I think it was 3 points, wasn't it?
Was it 3 points?
I think he had a 3.
3 points, yeah.
So I was happy to see Keon Ellis get some playing time because after getting
steals.
3 straight DNPs against the Raptors, because the Raptors are kind of a bigger team.
I know.
And you look at the Pistons, and that's kind of a bigger team. I was like, is Keon going to play or not? He did play. He was fine. He was impactful, did his job. I'm glad Keon Ellis got some run because I was worried that we were not going to see Keon at all.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. We were like, well, does he even make this lineup in terms of, like, wanting to play him?
We'll see.
But good for him. And I know Schroeder had some points, and Schroeder's played
technical
some
foul.
As well. Technical
It was
foul.
Dennis Schroeder. He got a little...
Holy shit.
Got a little upset last night. But, yeah, credit to the Detroit Pistons. That was a message, I think, sent to the league and maybe to themselves. Hey, we're good. We're the number 1 seed for a reason. That first series was scary. It doesn't define us. Let's get to work. They handled their business in game 1. I give them a lot of credit. Then there's OKC.
Oh, God.
We were talking about this yesterday, Kayla. The Thunder were 15.5-point favorites at home against LeBron James and the Lakers. That's the largest point spread that LeBron James has ever faced in his life.
Which is crazy.
And the Thunder covered it.
Which is crazy. 108-90,
the final score in this game. the Thunder are a machine, man. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, SGA just gets to the line. Oh, SGA took 3 free throws and still had 18 points, and they won by 18. Because Chet Holmgren was fantastic.
Off, man.
That's this team, man.
I know. When one person is not having the best game, another guy steps up.
And that's what the Spurs need to get to.
Yep.
Like, that's what the Spurs need to, and maybe they're a year away from doing that. But that's it. Because if you ever are fortunate enough to have Shea struggle, you shut Shea down, he has a quiet night, it must be exhausting. Oh, we finally held Shea to under 20 points. Doesn't matter. Chet Holmgren scored 24.
It doesn't
matter. A.J. Mitchell scored 18.
Oh, and they still don't have one of their best players
back.
Right.
Jalen Williams.
And I'm sure I don't know the update on him, but he's going to be back before Luka is in this series.
I would imagine so. Yeah, we haven't heard anything specific. Like, LeBron did what he could. Credit to LeBron James. He had 27 points. The next highest was Rui Hachimura with 18. Austin Reeves only had 8 points. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Lakers can do, man. Nope. Even if Luka Doncic comes back, I don't know what anybody can do. Like, the Spurs are genuinely, and I'm a Spurs fan, based off what we saw from the regular season, the Spurs are, in my opinion, we'll see about the Knicks if they made it to the finals. In the Western Conference, the Spurs are the only hope because maybe they have the depth to match up with the Thunder. And we saw that during the regular season, but the playoffs are a different beast. That's the Thunder's territory. The Spurs would have to match them, and we don't even know if the Spurs are going to get there because they have to figure out how they're going to get past the T-Wolves with how good they looked in Game 1. The Thunder are insane. They're unstoppable.
Well, it's kind of unfair in a way because it's like if you're the Lakers, especially if you're LeBron, and you don't even know like what the future is, right? Because we don't know exactly what LeBron's going to do after this year. It must be so irritating and frustrating as an ultimate competitor like he is to know, like honestly to know that this series is probably most likely 99.9% not going to go your way.
Right.
And just to know it going in.
He's used to being on the other side of that.
Right? I mean, that alone takes such a mental load on you as a player when you go into a series like this, and you can see why some of these teams get swept.
Yeah. Well, think of the teams in LeBron's career that he's had to go through.
Yeah.
From the Warriors with Steph and KD and Clay and Iggy and Draymond to the big three in Boston, the Indiana Pacers teams of old that were really good, young Paul George, Roy Hibbert, like he's been through and gone. He went through the San Antonio Spurs when he was really young with the Cavaliers when it was Duncan and Ginobili and Parker. And he's never been as big of an underdog as he is against this Thunder team that I think will go down. And I know financially they're going to have some decisions to make in the future. I think this Thunder team might go down as one of the best constructed basketball teams of all time.
Yep.
Like the Warriors dynasty was incredible, but they were loaded with stars. The Thunder, not to disrespect that roster, they have a star, 2 really, really, really good supporting players in Chet and Jalen Williams, who you could argue would be stars elsewhere. And then a roster full of dudes that know their job and do it better than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the most well-constructed teams, not just in basketball history, in professional sports history.
Yeah.
It is a well-oiled machine.
And to know that they built it really from the ground up.
Through the draft.
I mean, in a small market makes the feat so much more incredible because this is not something that happened in New York. It's not something that happened in LA. We're talking about, I'm a little bit jaded, obviously, a team that, pretty much took our team in Seattle and put it in Oklahoma City, this smaller city. I've been there. I've spent time in Oklahoma City. It's not big at all. It's smaller than Sacramento. But credit to them being able to not use that as an excuse and build through the draft and do a couple of really good moves. That's why I always feel there's hope. If Sacramento can get their stuff together, there's hope for it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
But now the model of which you do it is completely changing.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that later on in lunch break. By the way, the Thunder, this is not including the playoffs, Kayla, just the last 2 regular seasons. The Thunder's record, 132 wins, 32 losses.
in basketball.
Is
wild.
They're unstoppable.
How many wins did the Kings have?
Let's not talk about it. 22. We'll take the break.
Oh, my goodness.
When we come back, ESPN put out their offseason power rankings after the draft and most of free agency. There's still some free agency moves to come. That's something that Kayla and Kyle are going to talk about after I dip out at 12:30 because the Niners have opened up a little more cap space for themselves after the Trent Williams contract figured itself out. How are they going to use that money? We'll have to wait and see with that. But we'll look at ESPN's NFL offseason power rankings. Where do they put the Niners and the Raiders amongst the best teams in the league with how this offseason is going? And then I'm going to share with everybody the only thing dumber than NBA fights in professional sports. There's one thing dumber than it, and it happened last night. I'll explain. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for the most in-depth and up-to-the-minute draft coverage on the Sacramento Kings. Powered by Power Business Technology. Copiers and printers for all your office needs.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Thinking about starting weight loss treatment? GoodRx is here to help. We offer FDA-approved GLP-1 medications prescribed by licensed providers, including the Wegovy tablet, with straightforward pricing and pickup at your local pharmacy or delivery to your door. All from America's #1 prescription app. Go to GoodRx.com/weight-loss to get started. GoodRx is not insurance. Cancel anytime. #1 prescription app ranked by a third-party study.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Sacramento River Cats baseball all summer long. The River Cats Summer Pass gets you into every game this summer with no blackout dates and includes access to the Sky River Casino Solon Club. Lock it in and don't miss a moment. Get your River Cats Summer Pass at rivercats.com.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
I'd like to dedicate this next stat that I'm about to share from Basketball University, which is a phenomenal follow on social media, by the way, getting into advanced metrics of the NBA. I'd like to dedicate this to our Sactown Sports comment section. Leaders in points created in the playoffs. This is insane. The number one player won't surprise anybody. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander creates on average 55.3 points per game. That's insane, meaning whether he's scoring them, his assists, regardless, like his true shooting percentage is 68%, which is absurd. His assist to turnover ratio is 3.6 a game. Like, he generates so many points. Number two, to what we were just talking about, Kayla, Cade Cunningham, 51.1 points created. 3 is Jokic, 4 is Barnes, LeBron James is in there, Paolo Banchero's in there, Jalen Brunson's in there. The number one player that creates the most points for the San Antonio Spurs is none other than De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, baby. That was ready for this one.
Man, doesn't really matter.
36.5 points per game.
Woo.
55% true shooting percentage. 2.5 assist to turnover ratio, which is tied for second.
Ooh.
Excuse me, it's tied for third. 0.1 behind Jamal Murray, who's in second. Tyrese Maxey, by the way, 40.6.
Not bad.
Tyrese Maxey's really good.
Not bad.
A lot of guards on this
list.
list.
A lot of guards, like I said.
De'Aaron Fox, the number one player on the San Antonio Spurs in terms of total points created. And I don't know if this stat still holds up. I would be surprised if it did with because there's been a couple of games since then. But Karl Anthony Towns and De'Aaron Fox at the end of round one were the only two players in the playoffs with who are top 10 in offensive and defensive rating.
Oh, yeah, because we did see those numbers.
But what do I know?
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, how did it go yesterday with the Fox combo?
Oh, great. Everybody was really nice.
I bet everyone
was
so
wonderful.
nice and peachy.
Yep. Everybody was great.
Did anybody call in?
No, nobody called in.
Okay.
The comment section had fun with it, and rightfully so,
I'm
right?
sure
When I'm walking in with a backwards Fox jersey and sunglasses.
Wait, you did it again?
No.
Oh,
it would have been really funny if he did.
I considered it.
Double down.
I considered it. No. Fox,
Baby, I'm a double down.
Fox played like doo-doo in game one.
Yeah, I know.
And so did Wemby. And we'll see how the San Antonio Spurs bounce back tonight, if they bounce back against a Minnesota Timberwolves team who is really freaking good. Defensively, they were phenomenal. And we'll see. And the Spurs still almost stole that game. So we'll see what the Spurs look like in game 2 tonight. But let's talk football a little bit, should we, Kayla?
Yeah.
ESPN has put out their NFL power rankings based off of how the offseason has gone to this point. Well, you won't be surprised to see that no matter what, and this is the right thing to do, the defending champion Seattle Seahawks are still number 1 in the power rankings. Number 2, though, up 3 spots, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yep.
So the Niners are sitting there, and the two division rivals are the top 2 teams in football, according to ESPN. Denver Broncos are number 3, Buffalo Bills number 4, Eagles number 5. They've gone up 8 spots in the power rankings based off this offseason. Excuse me. The New England Patriots have dropped a couple spots down to 6, the Packers at 7, and the San Francisco 49ers, 8th in the power rankings based upon the offseason they've had. Their most improved position, according to ESPN, is wide receiver. Here's the breakdown. In 2025, San Francisco's wide receivers combined for 2,171 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns, which ranked 21st and 25th in the NFL, respectively. With the departure of Brandon Ayuk still pending and Juwan Jennings not returning, the Niners added proven pass catchers in free agency. 6-time Pro Bowler Mike Evans, 8-year veteran Christian Kirk. Then they spent the number 33 pick on Ole Miss wideout Dazon Stribling to provide some much-needed speed. There is uncertainty in how much Evans and Kirk will have in the tank and whether Stribling can produce right away, but the options alongside Ricky Pearsall are undoubtedly much better than they were a season ago. That was our friend Nick Wagner who wrote that. So clearly, the Niners dropped 6 spots in the power rankings based off of what's happened this offseason. I'm sure their draft fed into that and what other teams have done, but it's very clear according to that breakdown from Nick Wagner. Like, the Niners they're trying to strengthen other positions. They're ultimately trying to get healthy. That's going to be the biggest change for them. But their biggest emphasis in upgrading was obviously that wide receiver position, which
needed to happen. Now, did they do it exactly the way I would have done it? No.
Right.
Is the health a concern still? Yes. I think that is by far the most improved position when you think of it on paper and what they added. But you're still looking at productivity from Mike Evans last year, and we're going on kind of all the years prior because of the injury from Mike last year. And then when you look at Christian Kirk, we're acting like this is the Christian Kirk that reset the wide receiver market back when he was with the Jags. This isn't the same Christian Kirk. Now, Christian Kirk can be a nice, 3-4 piece. And then I think you're then saying also with Ricky Pearsall, there's not one guy on here, and then Stribling because he's a rookie, and there's not one guy on here that doesn't have some sort of bigger question about it. Sure. And so that's why it's interesting, while I agree with Nick that it is the most upgraded position on paper, there is a big question about every single one of these receivers.
Yeah, to your point, and it feels like not just with the receivers, but with everything the Niners have done, every time you're talking about it, the start of the sentence is if things go right or if things go well. And there's an element to that to every team. But other teams have made, like the Rams have made surefire defensive improvements.
Right. You know in their cornerback position, it's not if things go right.
Right.
Their cornerback position is improved.
Yeah. The Niners are going to be one of the most compelling teams in football
they are
this year, not just because we're the home of the Niners here in Sacramento, but just because there's so much, it feels like they're just teetering on an edge.
Yeah.
And they have enough talent to tightrope their way to competing for the division and maybe making a Super Bowl run. But if they fall, they're going to plummet.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested.
Matt, I'll say this too. If they don't stay healthy, they're going to plummet.
Yeah.
They're not going to duplicate what happened last year with all those injuries. It's all, and if they do, I'll buy everybody lunch. But
that's an expensive bill.
I know, right? But to have injuries like they did last year and to get to the point they got to was almost like mind-blowing if you really think about it in football. And so I can't see them doing that again if they have that amount of injuries to big-time players. It's just like there was luck that played into that too with them being able to, get that far.
To round out ESPN's power rankings, the top 10, at number 9, just behind the Niners, up 11 spots, the Chicago Bears. And, not happy to see this, at number 10, up 14 spots, the Ravens.
And what was their best position to add?
Edge. The edge rushing.
Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
Which could have been Max Crosby, but they
shut up, nerds.
Screwed him over.
Shut up, nerds. You have to keep scrolling down to find the Las Vegas Raiders, who are still down at 28. Now, they're up 2 spots from 30. Right. Congratulations, Raiders. You passed the Dolphins and Jets and Browns and Cardinals. Yeah, you.
They're right behind the Titans.
They are indeed right behind the Titans at 27. The breakdown, obviously the most improved position was quarterback, according to ESPN. The breakdown, the Raiders quarterback room is in a better spot now that they have a short-term and long-term answer at quarterback, free agent signing Kirk Cousins, and a who is a 4-time Pro Bowl selection. He's more capable of starting until Fernando Mendoza is ready to take over. At the same time, Mendoza has spent a fair amount of time ahead of the draft getting accustomed to the West Coast offense, and his strong processing ability could lead to a training camp battle. Let's not forget that the Raiders still have Aiden O'Connell. Why? Why are we even mentioning this? Who cares? Sorry. Who is entering his fourth
They love
season.
that kind of competition in camp.
Let's not forget that the Raiders still have Aiden O'Connell. Oh, boy.
Oh, you can't
Yeehaw!
kill him. You just he's never going away.
Cockroach of the Raiders organization. That's mean. I don't.
That is
Aiden
mean,
O'Connell
but it's
seems-
something I'd say.
Hey, Aiden O'Connell beat the Chiefs on Christmas. Never forget.
That's true.
That was a Christmas miracle indeed. We'll take the break. When we come back, NBA fights, and I use air quotes with fights, are typically pretty dumb. But there's something that happens in sports that is worse. And it happened last night. I'll explain what that is when we return. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The Athletics may be headed to Las Vegas, but is Sacramento emerging as a candidate for a future expansion team? Hear the entire conversation with Forbes senior contributor Maury Brown on the Drive Guys at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
How about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Now through May 24th at Big O Tires, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Book your appointment online today. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
Trust EB Stone, where 100 years of expertise means your garden thrives naturally. Try cactus and succulent soil mix and Sure Start or all-purpose fertilizers. Visit ebstone.org for a location near you. EB Stone, for the life of your garden.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
More athletic than I am, and most of them
Get paid a lot of money.
Yeah, well, they all get paid a lot of money, And most of them are far more muscular than I am. But at the same time, when you see NBA players fight, and I, again, use air quotes with fight, it's just a kind of a bunch of flailing, right?
Yes.
There's not a lot of connection happening.
There's words.
There's always talking.
And faces,
oh,
and
yeah.
people getting in faces.
There's always talking, maybe a little pushing and shoving. But when punches are actually thrown, if someone were to have advanced MMA statistics of punches landed in NBA history, it's got to be below 30%.
I'd train to be one
Maybe
of
like
the 30%.
20%. Like,
wouldn't you do that though? Wouldn't you make sure if you were in a moment, you would train for that moment in your off season, so that one fight there was, you could show off your MMA skills?
No, I would. I think I'd be focused more on my 3-point jumper than I would be taking left and right hooks at punching bags. Although doing boxing is a very good workout. It's a very good workout.
Kayla would be the beef stew of
the
team.
I'd love to be.
Yeah, Kayla's getting ejected immediately for running out onto the court off the bench as soon as any confrontation
But wouldn't be beef stew. It'd be like celery stew because I'm like long and slender. It couldn't be beef because I'm not beef.
Celery stew?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like
I just was thinking of something like
roasted carrot?
Yeah.
She's the roasted carrot.
Carrot stew.
So you're Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah.
So NBA fights are typically pretty lame, but sometimes they can get fun.
Like that one time Joel Embiid tackled Kat.
Yeah, like when they tackle each other and kind of go to the ground, it's okay. There's something there, and there have been some good fights in NBA history. Don't get me wrong.
I think didn't Killian Hayes punch someone on the Magic once upon a time?
Hell yeah, go Killian Hayes.
Dang.
But there's something that happens in sports that's way worse than those embarrassing, flailing NBA fights. That's benches clearing in baseball. Now,
oh really?
There are some benches clearing that are phenomenal.
There's been some good ones.
No, they're like when a player is plunked and then he
swings.
charges the mound and they start fighting and then like the first baseman comes in and tackles the batter and then everybody comes out and starts pushing and shoving. I'm not saying there haven't been good benches clearing brawls.
Right.
But yesterday in Detroit between the Red Sox and the Tigers, and I'll turn this so you can see it, Kayla. Sorry, radio audience. It's the top of the fourth inning, and the Tigers are down 10-2.
Okay.
So, in frustration, they plunk whoever that is batting. Right? Oh, it's Trevor Story. So, obviously, Trevor Story's not happy about this. Words are kind of exchanged. There's no charge. There's no talking. And for no reason, here comes everybody.
Okay, yeah.
To just stand up like a Revolutionary War reenactment, stand in a line, and just look at each other. And my favorite part of this is when there's bullpens that are typically in the outfield, and you see the bullpens run in. And my favorite are the bullpens that are like stacked together. Like a lot of baseball bullpens, there's like the upper level and the lower level, and they're right next to each other.
Oh, here they go.
So typically you'll see opposing teams' bullpens running out together. They're technically on opposite sides of this fight or altercation, but they're running out together across the field just to stand there and look at each other. Benches clearing is so stupid in baseball unless there's like a legitimate reason. If they're charged the mound, okay, get out there and start to push and shove and punch and grab, and because there have been some epic benches clearing moments. But stuff like this where literally guys just go out there just to stand around. They're just excited to leave the dugout.
The minute, like you just said, when one of the players or a couple of the players reach the mound, that you know right away if it's going to be a brawl or not.
Yes.
Like either like the punch is thrown right away, there's that guy, or there's not. I'm with you. This is so stupid. To me, this was just like people wanted to get in their exercise.
They just want to run out and look at each other. Oh, we got to be there to support our team, but there's nothing to support. There's nothing happening.
Well, especially the bullpen. When the Detroit bullpen came out after all of it was obviously settled.
And like Trevor Story, who's gotten plunked in this moment, is being walked to first base by the umpire. Now, Trevor's clearly not happy that he just got hit, but he's not, I'm sure he's not happy. He's not making any kind of move towards the pitcher. He's being walked to first base before he gets cut off halfway up the first base line because the entire Boston Red Sox dugout came out to stand there. What are we doing? It looks so stupid. It's a bunch of it reminds me of a playground altercation, and everybody just gets around and whips their phones out ooh, World Star, what's going to happen, World Star, and nothing happens.
It's like the...
so stupid.
I'm taking you way back with the movie Grease. Great movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
John
John Travolta?
They got the gangs or whatever that just kind of sit there and...
The T-Birds.
Yeah, they watch each other.
The Pink Ladies.
Would you be that person, though, that... I mean, I not gonna lie, I'd be like, this is boring. I might be that person to
throw a punch.
Yeah,
I
might be that person.
And you know who the person is that always escalates? It's always an assistant coach. Always. It's never a player. It's an assistant coach. The amount of times you'll see benches clearing brawls in baseball, and the camera pans over to assistant coach that's tackling an active player, and you're like, "What are you sitting on him? Get off him!" What are you doing?
It's like they're really bored and they really want to make something out of it.
I'm the pitching coach, and my team has an ERA of 9.3. Time for me to blow off some steam. Yeah. I'm going after the second baseman.
I kind of can't blame them. It's baseball. It's a long season. It's a long game. It's 9 innings. In a game like this where you're getting blown your socks off.
Blown out? Yeah, come on. Try again.
They're blowing your socks off?
That's MC Kayla Anderson.
That's what happens when I get a day off.
Yeah.
It's not even Friday Junior yet.
I know.
So what's more essential to the success of a benches clearing brawl in baseball? Is it the instigator that keeps the party going, which is very much a Kayla Anderson trait? Or is it the intimidator who comes out of the dugout last, but a bat is over their shoulder? And they just walk around like a mafia boss just back there.
Funny.
And they don't do anything because now it's assault with a freaking weapon. But there's one guy, he's the last to leave, and he just goes, all right, and grabs a bat and puts it. Like, what are you going to do, mob boss? Yes, I've seen it multiple times.
I've seen it, but is that truly a thing? Like, is that become a thing in baseball where
I don't know.
Someone's got to go grab the bat?
I don't you just got to intimidate. And I'm the last line of defense. If this gets crazy, I'll crack a few skulls and go to prison. All right.
I was unfamiliar with this character in the benches clearing brawl until now.
It doesn't happen every time, and I don't think it happened in this brawl necessarily. But there's typically, you'll see sometimes a guy in the background that's typically barely outside the dugout, and they just have a bat over their shoulder. And you're just like, are you in the on deck circle, or are you going to do something? Like, what are you doing here?
What is that movie, Stand By Me, where that's a real old one, but it's a real good one.
Is it a black and white movie?
No.
Stand by me.
That is a 1986 film.
Come on. I wasn't born.
Is it a silent movie? Charlie Chaplin?
No.
Yeah, Kayla,
you know that great song, Stand By Me?
Yeah.
After learning that a stranger has been accidentally killed near their rural home, 4 Oregon boys decide to go see the body.
It's really good.
On the way, Gordy, Vern, Chris, and Teddy, Jerry O'Connell's in this movie, encounter a mean junk man in a marsh full of leeches, as they also learn more about one another and their very different home lives. Oh, is this the meme where he's like, y'all want to see a dead body?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's where the meme is from?
You guys would love it. I'm telling you.
Also,
don't
Kiefer Sutherland is in the
movie. Because it was 1986. Don't poo-poo it.
It has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm in.
See, Kimberly? She says, I'm disappointed you don't know Stand By Me.
Sometimes movie titles do not match descriptions of movies at all. Stand By Me makes me think it's like a rom-com, it's like a romantic type thing, or like a story of friendship or whatever. It's like,
I mean, there is
4 Oregon boys go and fight a weird junk man in a pool full of leeches.
It's a really good
No, they're
movie.
trying to find a dead body.
Stand by me and stand by the grave of these leech monkering, whatever the heck they are. Cool.
I'm going to make Matt watch this and then come back and do the review. Because the review will not be in a hick voice.
I'm just like bawling, crying. It's so good.
You actually probably will
normally,
cry.
Matt, I'm with you on this. Like, these are just terrible movies from the old times, but it seems like this is a very good movie.
Someone says Stephen King is on. Is it a Stephen King movie?
So Rob Reiner directed it. Rest in peace. It's Stephen King.
Oh,
yes.
Well, that's all you had to say. If you said it was Stephen King, now I'm in.
Shush your mouth.
Okay. Well, you could have led with the best and most important part. That's like saying, describe.
I said that it was like Stand By Me, holding the bats, because there was,
Yeah, but you didn't say it was a Stephen King movie. That changes the plot.
Well, I
changes
wanted
everything.
you to make a fool of yourself.
Well, that's like saying, that's like describing a Quentin Tarantino movie without saying Quentin Tarantino. Like, have you ever seen Once Upon a Hollywood or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? It's like Brad Pitt is a villain, and there's Leonardo DiCaprio, and then everybody explodes. Oh, it's Quentin Tarantino. Got it.
That's what had Matt at hello.
It's from the book The Body.
Mm-hmm.
4 Oregon boys go into a leech swamp
now
and
it's
fight
a different
junk man.
voice.
I'm Stephen King, and then there's an alien. Oh, all right.
And then randomly Trevor Story for some reason.
Exactly.
You know, a movie I randomly watched recently again was Cowboys versus Aliens.
Oh,
starring
Daniel
Craig.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford is in that movie.
Yes, he is.
Circle of hell did that come out of?
I did watch that, but I did not watch it twice.
It's a real who's who of casting here. Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, Olivia Wilde, and Sam Rockwell.
It's a star-studded movie, and Hollywood was just like, listen, we have this stupid idea that a little kid came up with when he was playing in his room. We're going to make it a movie, and we have a bajillion-dollar budget. Let's go get these guys. Yeah. Why not?
44% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's that high. Surprised it's that high. All right.
Stand by me.
See,
hey, will you play that coming back?
It would have I would have been immediately more interested if the title of that movie was like Adventures in Leech Swamp or something like that, or The Junk Man and the Leeches. Now I'm in. Stand by me for that plot. I'm not. You got the title. Got to hook me. That didn't hook me. Didn't do its job. And you know me. I'm the center of the universe. If it doesn't hook me, it's not good.
Unbelievable.
We'll take the break. When we come back. Hi, Sacramento.
You're the problem?
We would like... No. Well, yes. Sacramento would like to borrow some of San Jose's draft lottery luck. I'll explain what I mean, and we'll dive into the Athletics' latest section of the anonymous player poll, including most overrated and underrated players and most impressive and least impressive head coaches.
Oh, shoot.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
For the second straight offseason, the Sacramento Kings have been linked to Raptors guard R.J. Barrett. Should Scott Perry make a move to reunite with his former draft pick? Is Keegan Murray a potential trade candidate to make that happen? Get the entire breakdown from the Matt and Kayla Show at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-444-9336, 800-444-9336, or biglou.com.
Attention Roseville residents, this just in. Keeping your vehicle well-maintained doesn't just protect your car, it also protects your local waterways. This May, bring your used oil filter to a participating AutoZone location and receive a free new filter. Available every weekend in May. Recycle your used oil and filter the right way. For details and tips on proper oil and filter replacement, visit roseville.ca.us/oil. Funded in part by Cal Recycle. Limit 1 per customer. Maximum value is $9.99. Roseville residents only. Proof of residency is required at participating locations only.
If you're serious about getting better at golf, start with the fit. At Hagen Oaks, everything begins with Total Game Fitting. The TrackMan Player Performance Studio analyzes your swing to match you with the right clubs. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball for your game. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And with FootJoy's 3D foot scanner, you'll walk the course in shoes that actually fit. From driver to putter and even what's on your feet, Hagen Oaks fits every part of your game. Total Game Fitting, only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hey, movie fans, you've played it, you've mastered it. Now experience Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Feel every kick, every battle, every finish on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen. Sacramento's biggest, loudest, and most insane way to experience the adrenaline.
Get over here!
Get your tickets for Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Freeze him!
Country in the Park is back this weekend at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park this weekend, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Carl's Jr., RVs of Sacramento, and Atkins Family Vineyards. More info at CITPFest.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, is that a dead body over there by the leeches? Oh, look out for the junk man! He's gonna get us with his...
You're ruining
with his baseball bat!
song.
Just like the bench is clearing.
I'm vibing right now!
Oh, leeches!
I'm vibing!
Get this leech off me!
You're ruining my vibe!
I'm one of 4 boys from Oregon!
One of them's Jerry O'Connell.
I'm Jerry O'Connell from Oregon! Apparently I play the fat kid. Oh, leeches!
Oh,
where's the junk man?
Well, I'm glad that we're
Brought to you by
getting younger now with this music choice. From 1961.
This is a classic.
Just as long as you keep the leeches off me. Whatever.
Matt's gonna watch the movie after this.
Put it on the list.
How long's the list? You didn't even finish Traitors.
There's a lot of things that
You applied for.
I've never seen.
And you didn't even.
Because I know how it
finish
ends.
Traitors.
Because I know how it ends. It's
Because
obvious.
you waited too long.
No, because I could
to finish it.
I know.
You can also just skip the challenges, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the only thing that matters is just the round tables.
Which are the best part.
Did you hear back from Traitors yet?
No, I have not heard it. Well, I got an email, an initial email from a producer, but
What'd they say?
oh, I think it was just like a.
Oh, I was
you're
like,
under
ooh.
consideration, stuff like that. Because I think you're the way it works. I don't know.
I think you'd be fun to watch on it.
Oh, I'd be the chaos.
What if they said
I'm for sure dying either first night or getting voted off first round table because I would do something that was like just me being me,
Yeah.
and then they'd be like, "Yeah, you're." I would be
see
the
right
one.
through you.
I would be the one to put my foot in my mouth and not be a traitor and say like, "Well, if we killed," and then I'm gone.
Right.
That's such a Matt George thing to do.
We should bring, if you get on it, we'll bring the whole show out to Scotland. I think that's where they.
Nah, you got to sign NDAs and stuff like that.
I'll do what I want.
Oh, sure.
I'll
That's not
tell.
how it
What's
works.
his name again? Who's the host?
Alan
again?
Cummings.
Yeah.
I'll say Alan.
Well, you're hurting my chances right now.
Oh.
Hey, does anybody here like De'Aaron Fox? Matt's killed day one.
What if they said, Matt, you can be on the Traitors. You just have to recite the plot to Stand By Me.
Oh, I'd watch a movie for that. What if I was on the Traitors with De'Aaron?
Ooh.
De'Aaron's killing me immediately. He's like,
and Matt was like, but man, I rode for you on my TV show.
I would have defended you to the end of the earth, De'Aaron, and you killed me.
What do you mean? You guys are a natural alliance.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you know each other going in.
No, because he knows I'd be in his pocket. I'd defend him through anything.
You'd be the gal that was next to Rob that got screwed over. Why am I not thinking of her name?
Whatever her name is. Yeah,
Mora?
Mora.
Yeah.
You'd be Mora.
I'm the person that
spoiler alert.
At the end of the season, there's a compilation of all of the like idiotic or completely wrong things that they say in the interviews. It's like, I know it's not that person. I trust that person with my life, and they're a traitor from day one.
Oh, yeah. I think I would possibly do that too, though. Because I am really, really loyal. And so once I feel like you're good, then I'll ride with you.
Yeah.
Oh, but if I ever
Kayla, you would be
ever find out you were
Kayla, you would be, and I mean this respectfully, you would be the housewife, the housewife chaos stir. You'd be the one where producers would intentionally try and find a way for you to hear that someone was talking ish about you, and then you would go berserk in the castle, which I'm here for.
Let's both be on it.
I would love that.
That'd be so fun.
But we couldn't tell anybody that we worked together.
We could be like Tara Lipinski and Johnny. That they knew each other, but
no, they're best friends, but they act like they just knew each other. Yeah,
but they waited until the right moment to reveal that they actually know each other.
Well, everyone knew they knew each other. They just didn't know they were best friends.
Right.
Sure.
Because they were figure skaters. Of course, everyone knows.
In the British version, I think there's like mother and son combinations and stuff like
that.
By
the way, the UK, shout out UK.
It's better.
UK traders, way better.
Yeah.
Way better. Because it's actual people and they get emotional as hell. And it's funny. I mean, sad. The first,
so you like laughing at their emotional vulnerability?
No, the first season of Traders UK, there's a couple on the show, but they don't let anybody know that they're a couple. So the girl, there's another guy, a young guy that takes interest in the girl, and she flirts with him and like makes it out like they're gonna be a romantic thing.
Oh, that's
and
trouble.
Then the guy, her actual boyfriend, reveals out of like panic that they're together, and then the dude who was like flirting with the girl the entire time just starts bawling, crying. Oh, it's gold.
Oh, that would be actually really
it's
fun
so
to
good.
watch.
And then as soon as the couple, like they come out that they're a couple, immediately they're like, yep, get rid of them. It's great.
Like, he gone.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Love it. Love the Traders. Would love to be on it, but I would not do well. So part of the Traders application process is like, what would you want to be and why? And I said I'd rather be a faithful. Like, because I want to be a trader hunter. I think that would be more fun. I don't think I'd do well as a trader because I don't do like.
I would.
I think you would. I don't do well as a liar. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not a good liar.
Let's call it fibbing.
Yeah, I get because my voice gets higher, or I've got stories of a kid of trying to lie my way out of a situation. Not necessarily that, but just it. You can poke holes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You would end up at a round table, and Russell Westbrook would call you out, and you would just collapse.
My God. Or we could have Russell Westbrook go on the show with you.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's
crazy,
actually a
Kyle.
legitimate person that could go on a show like that, I feel like.
Russ would do really good.
He would be good.
Yeah,
and he'd be fashionable
They
because
need
you need
more
fashion.
like marquee.
You need to work on your fashion if you go on that show. Like, I'll have to upgrade your fashion.
Okay, are we just all taking shots at Matt right now? You just said my fashion sucks, and Kyle said I'd crumble under pressure with Russ.
I didn't get it finished. You have to be extra on that show. You've seen the fashion on that show. You have to have like a little extra pizzazz on the show.
I think you're just doing that because Alan Cummings wears crazy outfits.
Well, the only person who doesn't
crazy, man.
is Rob because he wears overalls.
Be your own people. It'd be your own people that hurt you the most, that cut you the most deep. I expect this kind of behavior from the text line and the comment section because they hate my guts over there. But they listen every day.
By the way, I love your outfit today.
No, I don't. No,
it's
apparently,
very fashionable.
no. Shut up.
Look at me.
No,
I'm a scrub
this
on
is
this
petty.
show every single day.
No, this is petty.
I wear
this is false.
old sweatshirts. I don't wash my hair all week.
When people say what they really mean and then they immediately try and walk it back, you know they really meant it. Kayla thinks my fashion is terrible. That's what I said. Exactly what Kayla said.
I'm saying you'd have to up your fashion on a show like that.
Yeah, newsflash. I don't think I have Alan Cummings' budget.
Do you see what Mora wore?
Yes, they're all reality TV stars.
I'd have to wear something like
you would not.
Yes, I would.
No.
I'd have to up my game.
No, you'd come in like a black dress and a veil.
Mama Kelsey was showing up in just regular outfits.
Mama Kelsey was a vibe, man. By the way, getting rid of Mama Kelsey as soon as they did, screw those people.
They did.
They were right, but I hated that. Let Mama Kelsey live. You guys are mean to me.
No,
you're mean as hell. No, you're mean as hell. Both of you. Kyle threw the biggest stray possible.
Mine was about fashion.
Yeah, no, Kyle threw the biggest stray possible.
What was his?
The Westbrook thing.
The Westbrook thing. That's a massive stray. And you, ma'am, commented on my fashion. I'd kill both of you first night.
God.
I'm going down with the ship. I'm asking
talking.
Alan, give me 2 knives.
I'm not talking
I'm cutting
about
you both
your
down.
everyday fashion.
And I'm saying, and you know what I'm doing? I'm going to breakfast. I'm going, I did it. I killed him. I don't care. That's my moment.
And then you would call out the other traders too.
Yeah, it's De'Aaron and Russ and me. By the way,
Maybe Russ would let you borrow some clothes.
I've always wondered about that because they have to make you sign this stuff that says like you cannot, because you have the power to ruin the show.
Well, yeah, of
like
course.
I can out everything if I want to.
But didn't in this last traders they almost did?
Well, no, they will. That part of the gameplay is if you cut me, I'll subtly cut you. And I'll throw out hints that it's you, or I'll trader versus trader, stuff like that.
Colton was doing it.
Yes, that happens.
Right.
That's fair game. But like they have to, I can't imagine how much they have to sign. Like there are severe penalties if you just like straight up ruin the season. Because imagine you get like 8 episodes into shooting, and then someone just flies off the deep end and goes, "It's me and it's him." Season over. That would be insane.
That would be insane.
That would be something Kayla does in a fit of rage. It's him.
Not saying I wouldn't. Oh yeah, you did have a Skims on your old podcast. You had. I love Skims. I've got tons of Skims stuff.
You were a Skims partner?
I'm not walking around the castle in Skims.
They have the new bras that like have.
Again, this doesn't help me. God, y'all are mean to me.
Wait, you were a Skims partner, Matt?
Yes.
And I'm actually very jealous of you.
Yeah, I got some.
Very
Skims was sent to me.
Did your wife get some stuff?
No.
Okay.
Because it was a Skims for Men's line that we did.
Okay. Dang it.
Well, my fashion sucks. And
all right.
Be your own people.
We got. I think all I've concluded for this is we need to bring back Sacramento Kings traders on Friday.
I agree with that.
Yes.
The San Jose Sharks, their draft lottery luck is insane, y'all.
You'd think?
They yesterday jumped up from the 9th best odds to get the number 2 pick in the NHL draft. So the last 3 years, number 1 overall pick, number 2 overall pick, and now number 2 overall pick again.
That's
Can you
insane.
share with Sacramento? We're your friends. We root for Sharks here in Sacramento. Help us. Yeah,
I think Gary Bettman is like, the Sharks have been irrelevant for too long. We need the Sharks back
I think it goes further
as a
than
brand.
that. I think it goes further than that.
What do you think it is?
I guarantee you, I'm not in hockey Twitter. I guarantee you everywhere hockey Twitter is saying you've got the Wonder Boy Macklin Celebrini,
Absolutely.
and the league wants to surround him with talent to put him on the biggest stage possible.
Absolutely. And who do you have in Toronto? Which Toronto only had a 3-point, wait, what was it?
I think they had like an 8% chance of winning.
An 8% chance.
Yeah.
But Toronto also is like the Canadian, team that everybody wants to and thinks needs to win it because they do.
So here's what happened yesterday. I got 2 different messages from Sharks fans who are also Kings fans.
Oh.
And they sent this to me. And here I am thinking, okay, it's a celebration today.
Yeah.
Both of them, 2 completely separate people, send this to me and go, the Sharks just used all of our luck. I'm like, don't put that into the universe.
No.
What are you doing?
No.
The Raiders got the number 1 overall pick. No. The Sharks got the number 2 overall pick. Give me Kings number 3 overall and I'll be happy.
Yeah. I
don't even need 1 or 2.
I'm not looking at it in that way.
Well, those 2 Sharks fans did, and it made me sad.
Well, those Sharks fans.
It hurt me.
I'm happy for your Sharks that you guys got the number 2 overall pick, but do not bring that darkness into the Sacramento Kings world right now.
It hurt me like your fashion comment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God.
No.
I do not understand. You could say I look like Humpty Dumpty, and I'll be like,
here's
all
the thing.
right,
I would never say that. I would never say that about my partner.
Well,
you said if you go on the traders,
unload on me.
You need
unload on me.
I don't
Come
like
on.
that.
I gotta be. Let's not.
Sorry.
Let's not say that.
Okay. Well,
No.
Okay, you guys are taking this in a whole different direction.
Nope. I don't talk bad about my co-hosts. I support my
That
friends.
wasn't talking bad.
I think you'd look badass on the traders. I support you.
Kayla would have to be a traitor.
Oh, for sure.
Unbelievable. See,
No.
I could always say, you guys always pick me out to be the villain.
You said on these airwaves, if you go on the traders, we have to work on your fashion. That's exactly what you said. And you're not wrong. It just hurts more.
You have to up it to like a different level. I'd have to up it to a different level. I'd have to go get some of that stuff. I was like looking at Maura's outfits like, I would love to do that if I had money on a show like this.
Just go shirtless with overalls over it like Rob did.
Or you could go in that direction.
I'm from the swamp with leeches. Have you seen Stand By Me?
Oh, we should do that. We should make a wager on something where if we lose, someone has to do the Rob overalls outfit on the air.
I used to wear overalls. I think it was maybe
Kayla
middle
very
school.
much cannot wear that outfit.
Well, I can wear like a nude shirt.
Sure. That's better.
Good Lord.
All right, so if De'Aaron Fox loses tonight...
don't do this. Don't do it. You guys have bullied me enough.
Instead of wearing a De'Aaron shirt, you'll have to wear the Rob overalls with no shirt.
I don't own overalls. I don't know where to even get overalls.
Goodwill.
Can use Kayla's.
I don't have them anymore. I have to go buy them.
Kayla's 5'4".
5'4"?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7". Do not.
Hey, you asked him to be mean to you.
No. He damn knows I'm not 5'4".
I actually don't know.
Bro, I am a lot taller than other females.
5'7" is average height.
No, that's not average height
Let's
anymore.
see the ABS. You need the ABS strike zone to confirm
Unfreaking.
That's pretty funny. If you create an ABS strike zone with automatic.
She's like the Jose Altuve of strike zones.
5'4". Now, this is when people now are going to come in person when they see us once in a while, and they're going to say, well, I thought you were 5'4".
The most common.
Hey, that's not fair, Matt. Jose Altuve's 5'6".
You were shorter.
So you're saying you're taller than Jose Altuve?
Yes, and I'm taller than Kyler Murray. I've stood next to him.
That's funny.
Oh yeah,
that's funny. Could you see over an offensive line? Probably.
If she's 5'7".
If I wear my platforms, Converse platforms.
It would be pretty hard to drop back in platforms, though. You'd have to take everything out of the shotgun.
I'm pretty good at that by now. I used to shoot in heels. Used to shoot Friday Night Football with a 40-pound camera in heels.
Hell yeah.
That's right, in Bend, Oregon.
Listen, let me tell you, women in television, they're beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the anchors.
I had 2 hernias, though, to show for it. I had to get surgery.
Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thanks for that. The Athletics Anonymous Player Poll. The latest... great segue, Matt.
We're finally there.
We just bail out. The latest release of some of the categories in which players were asked about. Let's do the first one being the most underrated player. 151 players cast votes. Now, this is probably their most wide variety category. Last year, 75 players in the league received at least 1 vote. This year, 89 different players received at least a vote for the most underrated player.
Mm-hmm.
The winners... Co-winners with 4% of the vote were Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks and, of course, Derek White of the Boston Celtics. The next group were Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard, and Austin Reeves. A lot of Boston Celtics representation on the underrated list. Out of the top vote getters, nothing remotely to do with the Sacramento Kings. I'm scanning through to see if any Kings players got at least a vote.
Who would it be?
Keon Ellis got a vote.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox got a vote.
Well, those aren't Kings, man.
No, I know. I'm just Russell Westbrook got a vote.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling through in terms of underrated players because a lot of people got votes.
Which Kings player voted for Russell Westbrook?
I did.
The young ones.
It was me. Yeah, that's all of the Kings that I see here. I could be missing some. It's a lot of names, really small font next to each other. Okay, so that's most underrated. Yep. That's a very positive.
Yep.
Now we get to most overrated player. 81 players cast votes. So a lot fewer players said, I'm not participating in this.
Yep.
Why? Because last year Tyrese Halliburton said overrate that after they voted him the most overrated player?
Well, Tyrese Halliburton is on the list for most overrated player, but he only got 2.5% of the vote. That's tied with Dylan Brooks, Tyler Hero, Evan Mobley, Pods, and Domantas Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis got some votes.
We have the meat.
Sabonis got some votes as the league's most overrated player, but 2.5% compared to the most overrated player in the league, according to 81 anonymous NBA players, Alperen Şengün.
Really?
Of the Houston Rockets, receiving 12.3% of the vote. Now, Şengün is a you-know-what talker.
Yeah.
And Şengün
so he kind of puts himself in that spot.
It is interesting, though, for Şengün to be at the top of this list and Domas to be at the bottom in terms of the top players receiving votes.
Yeah.
Because the two of them have been compared to each other largely, and Şengün obviously didn't perform to what the Rockets were expecting in the playoffs this year.
Oops, sorry, I thought I hit the mute button.
That's okay. Tied at 2 is Rudy Gobert and Trae Young, by the way.
Trae Young's in there. Okay, I can see that.
Karl Anthony Towns received 7.4% of the vote. Next, Paolo Banchero, John Morant, Luka Doncic is on there. Yeah. Other players getting votes. Let's see if any Kings made this other players list. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got a vote. That's funny. And LeBron James got a vote. That's funny.
This is still in the category
of most overrated.
Okay.
Victor Wembanyama got a vote.
Oh, geez.
That's funny.
That's just petty.
Yeah, that's probably petty. All right, here we go.
Wow, it was Chet Holmgren who voted for him, too.
Which coach? By the way, Kevin Durant for sure voted for Alperen Şengün. I'm putting that out of the.
That's hilarious.
So funny. And then he tweeted about it. Which coach, aside from your own, do you find the most impressive? So you cannot vote for your own coach. With 17.8% of the vote, Joe Mazzulla getting the nod. 146 votes cast. Nobody voted for Doug Christie at all.
Okay. Not surprising.
Mike Brown got 1.4% of the vote, by the way, along with Jordy Fernandez, Kenny Atkinson, and Ime Udoka.
Yep.
The least impressive current coach, aside from your own, number 3 with 10% of the vote, Doug Christie. Number 1, by the way, was Brian Keefe, who got 22% of the vote in Washington. That dude, no one likes that dude. And again, the players can't vote for their own coach. So there wasn't a Kings player that voted for Doug Christie.
I get what you're saying. But other players
around the league voted for Doug.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can maybe pick and choose some that potentially would. Maybe a Keon, maybe a De'Aaron.
Yep.
All the Warriors.
All the Warriors players. Yeah, there's a lot of people that could give. So Doug Christie was number 3. Funny enough, Warriors, Steve Kerr was number 4 at 6%. Mike Brown also on there at 4%, most overrated. So that's
wasn't second place was Doc Rivers, right? Who got fired?
Yes, Doc got 14% of the vote. Doug Christie 10% of the vote. Finally, this one's not surprising. The league's best defensive player, overwhelmingly 41.1% of the vote, Victor Wembanyama. But this is interesting. Tied for 2, Kawhi Leonard and Chris Dunn.
Oh.
So Chris Dunn got a lot of love as a defender. Jaden McDaniels is on here. Scotty Barnes is on here. Asar Thompson is on here. Keon Ellis got 1.3% of the vote, so he got multiple votes. Did Keon? I don't think there's any Sacramento Kings on this list for obvious reasons. So, yeah, there are a couple King strays there. Domantas Sabonis is on the list for most overrated player, and Doug Christie is 3rd on the list for least impressive head coach.
It is interesting, though, because it's like Domantas Sabonis didn't really play this season.
Nope.
So it's just like he wasn't even really talked about.
People still don't mess with him too much, sounds like. Or some very small percentage of the vote compared to others, but there were some people out there that felt that way. We'll take the break. When we return, the 2027 Baseball Hall of Fame first-time candidates list is out. There are some familiar names on there, but will any of them actually be amongst the elite class of first-ballot Hall of Famers? We'll discuss before Pick a Side. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
With a $49 million player option in front of him, is Zach LaVine a lock to remain with the Kings next season? Or could a diminished role potentially lead the veteran guard to look elsewhere? Hear the entire breakdown from Matt George and Kayla Anderson at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Sacramento River Cats baseball all summer long. The River Cats Summer Pass gets you into every game this summer with no blackout dates and includes access to the Sky River Casino Solon Club. Lock it in and don't miss a moment. Get your River Cats Summer Pass at rivercats.com.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. From free inspections to oil changes and tire rotations. Now through May 24th, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Let's head on down to the swamp where the leeches are at, and you can stand by me with my 3 Oregon friends and fight the junk man. It's my favorite bit of the day.
It is.
My favorite bit of the
But
day.
now you
Oh,
have
I'm for sure gonna watch it, and I'm gonna like
to
it.
watch the movie.
I'm gonna like it. I'm the
It's your
I'm
assignment.
not a critical person when it comes to like movies and
Yeah.
shows and stuff like that. Like I try and find enjoyment. What are you looking at me for? I try and find enjoyment.
Yeah, Verlad just immediately turned his head, Kayla, as soon as he said that.
Like that he doesn't.
No,
It's like, really, Matt?
I tend to just watch things to enjoy them for what they are. And there's movies that I'll never see again. Like, okay, I saw that, I'll never see
Like
that
what?
again. Trying to think of a movie that comes to mind that I'll like never.
You seem to not love rom-coms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually not a big rom-com
Yeah, that's not
person
really my
either.
thing. what's a movie that I'll like never see again that I saw in theaters?
That you saw once and just never intend to watch again?
A lot of like sad movies come to mind.
Okay.
I do not like movies
Yeah.
that make me sad.
Like animal movies.
Like Radio.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
again. When his spoiler,
Yep.
when his mom dies, nope, never again.
Yep.
Nah, not doing that. I will never see Radio again.
That. It's a vibe thing.
34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Marley and Me.
That's the dog one.
Never again. Nuh-uh.
No, you are right about that one.
I have seen a movie that a lot of people like that I'm not the biggest fan of. I Am Legend. A lot of people swear by that movie. I'm not a big fan of.
I don't think I saw it. No, I did not.
Really?
I did not see that one.
Yeah, I'm not really like a movie critic necessarily. I'll go and see something and just try and enjoy it for what it is.
Wait, I Am Legend is a zombie movie?
Yeah, with Will
What?
Smith. Really,
Yeah,
it's
with
like
Will Smith.
people swear by it, and I think it's well done. I just
You just
like,
wouldn't go back.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. There's a lot of TV shows that I've never really found interested in. The people have been like, "Oh, you gotta go and see it. You gotta watch it all the way through." And I'm like, I don't really care. Like Breaking Bad, for example. And people tell me like,
yeah.
"You're insane. You've never seen Breaking Bad." Like, I don't care.
I think if you dove into watching it, you would like it.
I'm sure I would.
But it's commitment.
Man, as it says anything with Liam Neeson. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Taken more than once.
Did you just say Liam Nelson?
Neeson, sorry.
Neeson.
Well, he said Liam Nelson on the comment section, so I just read what I saw.
Get
Ron,
out from under the bed.
is that your Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
I have a very particular set of skills.
But you got to do it a little more Irish.
Yeah, no.
Get out from under the bed.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. Darth Maul killed me. That's a Star Wars character.
Geez, spoiler alert, Matt.
2020, that's like...
Nerd.
What? Shut up. 2027, first
I know you
time
like Harry Potter.
National Baseball Hall of Fame candidates. I'll
All
just
right.
go through this list. Stop me when you think that any of these people are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. And by the way, like first ballot Hall of Famers, elite class. Recently, Ichiro Suzuki, class of 2025, first ballot Hall of Famer. CeCe Sabathia, also first ballot Hall of Famer. Adrian Beltre, first ballot Hall of Famer. Joe Mauer, David Ortiz, Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, Roy Halladay, Chipper Jones. Like, we're talking
Ken Griffey.
Pudge Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson. Like, these are the like
lot of
first,
Mariners in there.
Being a first ballot Hall of Famer is elite.
Wow, the Mariners must have won a lot with those
Shut
players.
your mouth. I know where you're going with this, and you better zip it.
She'll murder you on Traders. Look out.
I mean, it was so crazy that Kayla made the stance of Mike Trout should have left the Angels when your entire franchise is just the greatest players in the history of baseball
At
who
least
never
they make
won
it to
anything.
the postseason.
They literally didn't for like 20 years.
Bro, the Angels are rotting, and you know what?
Little brother.
Yeah, but their playoff drought is half as long as the Mariners was.
I'm talking about an individual player on that team.
Be nice. Both of you. Behave yourselves.
Okay, what are we getting to now?
Here, first time Hall of Fame candidates. Stop me if any of these people you think are first ballot Hall of Famers. Jake Arrieta.
Absolutely. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, damn.
Jay Bruce.
No.
Asdrubal Cabrera. Starlin Castro. Wade Davis. Dexter Fowler. Todd Frazier. Brett Gardner. J.A. Happ. Scott Kazmir. Love him, but he's not. Screw this guy. John Lester.
Ooh.
Oh, is that just because of
Yes.
this? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
It's not his fault.
It is his fault that he blew the lead in Kansas City. Andrew Miller. Mitch Moreland.
Oh, I loved Mitch Moreland.
Irvin Santana. Kyle Seager. Joaquim Soria. Ryan Zimmerman. Jordan Zimmerman. And finally, Buster Posey.
Oh, well, Buster Posey.
Well, yeah. Buster Posey's a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Out of all, and look, I actually like a whole bunch of those guys in terms of getting in, but Buster's the only one who's first ballot.
One of the top comments on this post on social media is, Buster Posey is not a Hall of Famer, but he might just get in because there's not an actual Hall of Famer in this group.
Okay. I didn't like any of that comment. That's ridiculous.
So you think there are multiple Hall of Famers in this group,
Eventually.
but not first ballot?
Yeah.
I don't know if Buster Posey's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he'll get in. I just don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. There are classes for sure, especially recently, that have not had first ballot Hall of Famers. The class of 2023 didn't have a first ballot Hall of Famer. 2021 didn't have a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It is hard.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. The class of 2017 didn't have a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think Dave pointed this out on social media. I think he's right. Buster Posey's the best chance this class has of having a first ballot Hall of Famer.
So maybe that is how I'm looking at it. I'm not going to say he's going to get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. He's the best chance that this class has, absolutely.
I 100% think Buster Posey's a Hall of Famer. 100%.
Well, yeah, but not first ballot.
3-time World Series champion. He was the heart and soul of that dynasty, odd year dynasty. Or is it even year? I always forget. Even year, thank you.
I still kind of feel like I don't know.
I think he's a Hall of Famer for sure.
He's a Hall of Famer,
don't know if he's in. When last year's first ballot Hall of Famers were CeCe Sabathia and Ichiro Suzuki. I do not know if Buster is of that status. And you know how baseball Hall of Fame voters get. You know how stubborn and just how they are.
I think he is.
I hope you're right.
I don't know why. I like being around baseball, his career, I think mostly because I grew up around his career. Mm-hmm. And just, you say Buster Posey's name, and if you grew up in that era of baseball, you're like, oh yeah, Buster Posey, successful, leader, World Series champion,
multiple rings. A lot of
best
people,
catcher of his era.
A lot of people talk about
all
the different pitchers that the Giants had during that time, from Madison Bumgarner to Lincecum to Matt Cain.
Sure.
Brian Wilson, but there was one catcher catching all of them. That was Buster.
Buster Posey.
And Buster was a nasty bat as well.
Absolutely.
Battled some pretty horrific injuries,
and we all know the catcher position and how difficult it is.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I kind of would, I don't know, I'm siding more with
the
more I talk about it.
I think Buster Posey is for sure a Hall of Famer.
For sure, yeah, that.
I think I want to put, I know I want to put Buster in the category of first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But I think that is my proximity to the San Francisco Giants. Even as an A's fan, I don't know if that's the national view.
But I'm not.
I know you're not. I'm saying for me, I think that the national view with the stubbornness of baseball Hall of Fame voters, they've always been this way.
I know, it has.
And when it's not just him and his class, it's him compared to the other first ballot Hall of Famers in other classes. I think they're going to find a way to not make him. But I hope I'm wrong.
Realistically, is he going to be the way that you just described the voters? No. Would I vote him in? Yes.
I would as well.
Yes, I would.
I would as well.
So there's a few things that are kind of working against him, which is catcher position. The counting stats are lower because obviously they're catchers for the most part. You know, their defense, they don't hit as much. But also, Buster Posey is shorter career, right? He only played 10 years. So he didn't accumulate any of those he only has 150 career home runs. Yeah. And he's not going to have the crazy counting stats because he retired at a young age. Mm-hmm. But he'll probably get in at some point.
I think he'll be a Hall of Famer for sure because of how amazing that Giants run was, that 5-year period.
It really was.
And he really was the catalyst of that.
Absolutely.
Madison Bumgarner was phenomenal. And all those guys that I've listed, of course, from Brandon Belt, Crawford, Hunter Pence, that team had so many icons, but Buster was the foundation of everything. So he's 100% going to be in my opinion. I just don't think it's first ballot. I'd vote it. I just don't think the voters are going to give it to him. I don't think there's going to be in this class. There's good names on this list.
There really is.
In general, though, I think it's an what is the word I'm looking for? Underwhelming class.
And maybe I'm biased because I covered a lot of those guys, and I'm I remember their careers vividly. Mm-hmm. So I'm ooh, I get what you're saying, though. I like the class because I'm familiar. I know what they've done. I've watched a lot of them. But overwhelmingly, they are probably a little bit lower in terms of
Just for reference, so that the non-first ballot people that he's going up against include Chase Utley, who was at 60% last year.
I'd put Posey in over Utley.
Oh, yeah.
But Utley's a Hall of Famer, too.
Yeah, I think this is his 4th year. Andy Pettit's on his 9th year. He's at 50%. Felix Hernandez is at 46%.
Oh,
yeah, he's for sure going.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was his second year. Then it's A-Rod and some of the steroid guys.
Yeah.
No one else really has a shot. It's mostly
Yeah.
Utley, Pettit, and Hernandez are the three he's going up with.
As long as John Lester's ass doesn't get in, I'm happy. That's all I have to say about that. We'll take a break. When we come back, it is time to pick a side. Bryson DeChambeau potentially stepping away from professional golf to an extent. And we'll talk about the loss of Carlos Correa for the Astros. Damn shame, man. Damn shame. Hate to see it. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
With a $49 million player option in front of him, is Zach LaVine a lock to remain with the Kings next season? Or could a diminished role potentially lead the veteran guard to look elsewhere? Hear the entire breakdown from Matt George and Kayla Anderson at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
Running a business takes grit, vision, and a partner who believes in your success as much as you do. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built around you, the entrepreneurs, the growers, the dreamers, powering our community. Whether you need flexible checking, faster payments, or financing to take your next big step, Valley Strong brings local expertise and real relationships to every stage of your business. Because when local businesses thrive, the whole valley grows stronger. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future. ValleyStrong.com/business.
Hey, movie fans, you've played it. You've mastered it. Now experience Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Feel every kick, every battle, every finish on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen. Sacramento's biggest, loudest, and most insane way to experience the adrenaline.
Get over here!
Get your tickets for Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
The statewide direct primary election is June 2nd. All registered voters will receive their ballot in the mail. Check to make sure you're registered correctly at elections.saccounty.gov or call 800-762-8019.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
I don't want to laugh too hard at that because at some point, something like that is going to happen on this show, to me.
I mean, I hope to not that level because that's about the worst you can get. For the sheer fact
it could have been worse, but that was bad.
Well, but then you actually think of it, and it's like, obviously he was perusing his computer.
It was an ad.
It was an ad.
It's probably before a YouTube video.
Right. But it sets it up to be
not great.
A difficult situation.
Yeah, not great. Not great. For those who are wondering what the hell we're talking about, over the break, we relived a clip of something that Carmichael Dave accidentally played over his computer while on air, and it's not what you think. It's an advertisement, but it was pretty bad. And knowing me, something like that's going to happen at some point. It is time for Pick a Side. Kyle, take it away.
Let's go.
All right, so number one, Bryson DeChambeau is saying that if Live Golf ends up dissolving, which is going to happen, very soon, he'll likely focus on growing his YouTube channel and only play in tournaments that want him, i.e. the majors and maybe some other circuit that's not the PGA Tour. Remember he sued the PGA Tour back in 2023? Is this a good career choice for Bryson DeChambeau?
Yes, because he's going to make a ton of money. Like the YouTube golf scene is insane. What are you looking at me for like that for? YouTube golf is insane. They're creating YouTube creators, golf creators are creating their own like tours and their own events now that they play for a good amount of cash. Bryson DeChambeau.
I don't need 18 more different things to watch.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's
I want to watch one tour.
Well, he'll still play in the
all the
majors.
Stars go and play against each other. Why do we got to make things so difficult and everything is in 50 million places?
Well, it's just he's creating content. Like he'll go and do golf challenges and play rounds with Steph Curry, play rounds with
you can still
Donald
go on
Trump.
Tour.
He plays rounds with a lot of people
Just
and posts it to his
tour.
YouTube channel. Well, I don't know if he's going to be allowed to go on tour.
No, he's allowed to go on tour. This is why he's doing this. Because he's a stubborn little SOB.
I don't know if PGA
No, the
is going to
PGA
let him
Tour is
back.
not going to let him back without penalties.
That's the thing.
So why would he go back?
But that's the thing. There's plenty of other guys that had penalties and they paid for them.
Well, why? But he doesn't have to. He doesn't need. He's a bigger star. He doesn't need to.
You left it. It's your fault.
Yes, and he's doing just fine.
Pay to get back in.
Why?
Because
he doesn't need to. He can play in all the majors.
We're not going to think of him as a serious golfer, I feel like.
If he wins a green jacket, he will. Like, no one cares. He is a star. And the YouTube golf scene,
I don't like it.
You
I
make
like Bryson, too.
Boatload of money.
I know, but it's just like, I'm very traditional in this way.
I understand.
So I don't want to see, like, if I'm going to see you on tour, I want to see you regularly on tour. That's how you build. I mean, I get he's already built his fan base. Let's not lie about that. But I feel like him in terms of golf, like the best golfer he can be, I feel like that's him being on tour.
Bryson DeChambeau has outgrown the PGA. He does not need the PGA.
Well, then you might as well just go put him on a host a talk show.
Well, I don't know if he'd be good at that, but he makes a lot of money and makes great content on YouTube.
He's bigger than golf.
No, he's just found another avenue in golf
Do you think
to be
Tiger
successful.
Would have done this?
I don't know if YouTube golf were around when Tiger was around. I don't know.
I feel like I'm missing the point. You're saying
Tiger
that
doesn't need the PGA Tour either. Tiger is bigger than the PGA. Bryson's bigger than the PGA.
I think Bryson's just saying he won't bow down to the PGA and accept their penalties.
Which is great. Like, we don't have to bow down to the mighty overlords that are the PGA. I like the PGA Tour. I'm going to continue to watch the PGA Tour. Bryson DeChambeau does not need. He'll play in the biggest events of the year that we all get excited about.
But they had to do something. A lot of these guys left.
Yes.
And screwed over the PGA. Let's not joke.
Because there was competition. PGA got mad because they couldn't monopolize professional golf anymore.
But then let's not talk about the big elephant in the room on the other side.
Well,
of it.
LIV is not.
Let's not talk about those players going and taking a lot of money. That's
sure
a little bit skeptical.
And people can judge Bryson DeChambeau about that as much as they want to. The problem, the point is, Bryson doesn't need the PGA. He doesn't need to bow to the PGA. Oh, please let me back in. He's bigger than that. The PGA needs Bryson DeChambeau more than he needs the PGA.
But we're just talking about for Bryson DeChambeau in terms of his golf.
Yes.
And his game.
Yes.
Is that a good career move in terms of golf? Like, and being the best? That's what I'm wanting to know.
Well, that might not be his career motivations, though.
But what if it is? Is that the right move?
I still think he can be looked at amongst the best if he...
Playing YouTube games?
Well, no. If he's going to make a ton of money on YouTube golf.
I'm talking about the game.
I know. He can still play in the Masters. He can still play in arguably the biggest tournaments in the world and win them.
Will he be good at, like, I understand he can play.
Sure, he
but
could
like
be.
with all the other stuff he does on the side.
Tiger Woods won it a handful of years ago, and that's a broken Tiger. You can win at the right time.
You're making the point that the LIV golfers have not played as well since they've gone to LIV. The LIV is not preparing them for the Masters in the same way.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
so
like,
YouTube golf
consistency comes, like, with what we do every day, right? Like, if we didn't do this every day, we'd be not as sharp. I mean, we're still not that sharp. I'm not that sharp, to be honest. I flubber my words all the time.
Flubber.
But I'm just saying, like, if he doesn't do it consistently, will he actually be, like Kyle was saying, to that level of these other guys when they get to the Masters?
I think there's less of a chance of that, to be fair.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was...
But I don't think, for Bryson's career at this point, I think he's one of the biggest names in golf.
For sure. He's going to do what he wants to do.
He's going to make a boatload of money, and he's kind of the poster child of bro golf, which is where the game is kind of gone. Like, the game is very much more about, there's another side of golf now that's left the traditionalist, hey, you have to be talked like this.
I know, but you don't have to be all bro either.
Well, no,
but he's leaned all the way into that's his thing, which also
but so have a lot of professional athletes.
I don't dislike
Also, like, Bryson's 32. I don't know how much he's 32 and he just made $150 million from LIV. I don't know how worried he is about being the pinnacle of golf.
He's making millions from YouTube too, and endorsements, and he's gonna be just fine.
He has 2.7 million YouTube followers.
Yeah, he's making videos with the president of the United States. He's making videos with Steph Curry. He's gonna make a video with LeBron at some point. Like, yeah, he's fine. He's just fine. PGA needs him more than he needs the PGA.
was just talking about his golf.
Also, looking at his channel, randomly Jason Kidd.
Yeah, he golfs with anybody.
All right, moving on.
All right, next up.
Well, we were just sitting there.
Yeah. Carlos Correa and the Astros. Carlos Correa this morning was ruled out for season. He was taking batting practice, and he tore a tendon in his ankle.
Yeah, it sucks.
What? During BP?
Yeah, he was just taking batting practice in the cage.
So they are practicing, or they are playing? This is live on TV. Right, okay.
But Carlos Correa is done for the season. He's not going to play. The Astros are 15-22. They obviously missed the playoffs last year. Oof. Are we ready to say, with 100% certainty, the Astros dynasty, the dynasty of our generation, is dead?
Yeah.
Rest in hell. I'm in peace.
Ah!
No, I'm not. Listen.
You're not going to say that?
No, I'm not going to celebrate an injury.
I think they're done.
I don't do that.
No, I don't celebrate
I'm not
injuries.
celebrating.
No way.
And I'm making light of it because screw the Astros. They're a bunch of freaking cheaters. And Carlos Correa was part of that. But I don't celebrate an injury.
No.
It sucks that this happened. But I want the Astros to be an embarrassment. I want them to suck. I want them to lose. I had a great time with my son going to Sutter Health Park and booing the hell out of Jose Altuve, who was one of my favorite stories in the MLB before he became a cheater that wears a wire. I don't know. I'll believe you.
He's 5'6". I don't know.
ABS. Oh, she gonna kill you.
Get out the measuring sticks now.
Kayla wants her height revealed on the air on live radio.
No. This dynasty's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't let the door kick you on the way out.
It is pretty incredible what they accomplished.
Shut up.
Hit you on the way out.
I personally...
trash cans wearing white.
Look,
why is he agreeing that the Astros...
Because he's a Chiefs fan.
No, I have had the take for years, and I've been correct, and I won't back down from it. The Astros cheating scandal was great for baseball. First of all, it made people care about baseball.
It made people question baseball.
Second, it prevented the Dodgers from winning a World Series, which I'm very happy about.
That they deserve to win, though.
Third, that 2017 World Series was awesome. There was like 12 to 11 extra inning games, Kershaw getting crushed. Like, the Astros cheating scandal, that's the best World Series I've ever seen. Not knowing it was a cheating scandal, that 2017 World Series was awesome. So also, it brought in the new system that they should have done all along, which is the pitch comm. I remember saying in 2020, this is going to lead to electronic calling of signs, and I was correct. So, Astro cheating scandal, great for baseball.
Oh, jeez. All right, next one.
All right, real quick before we go. Mark Cuban has come out and said that he is the one who gave Indiana all that money to get Fernando Mendoza. Mark Cuban, famously an Indiana alumnus. So, is it better to just not say that?
No, I love it.
it's just kind of like one of those things, like a lot of these schools have
boosters.
Well, unknown donors.
Yeah.
Whatever they call them. And it's just funny, like now, after the fact that Fernando's like this, great known spectacle around the world. He's the number 1 overall draft pick. Now Mark's like, hey, by the way, you know how he got to Indiana, right?
I think of these things in like WWE standards, which is there's going to be the player that's standing front and center, and then in the background, just over their shoulder, just flexing, is going to be the guy that paid for them to be there. Some rich guy's going to be standing behind the latest player at Georgia, and it's just going to be like, I paid for this. I brought him here. It's my guy.
But only if it would have went well.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it didn't go well, do you think Mark Cuban is sitting back on a podcast with his feet up saying, oh, by the way, I gave all the money to Indiana to go get Mr. Fernando Mendoza.
Who's Fernando?
Exactly.
No, then Cuban would have been like Troy Aikman, who after he said, I gave UCLA a ton of money to get this star quarterback, which was Dante Moore. And then after Dante Moore transferred, he said, I will never do that again. Yeah. Never in my life will I ever give money to an NIL fund.
Right.
Coming up next, it is the lunch break. Tracy McGrady says that Jaylen Brown is deeply frustrated with the Boston Celtics. Apparently, the Milwaukee Bucks are monitoring for a potential Giannis Antetokounmpo blockbuster trade with the Celtics. But to make this about the Sacramento Kings, with the new draft lottery reform, does that incentivize the Kings to go for it more? And what would they even remotely have to put on the table to even interest the Boston Celtics in trading Jaylen Brown to Sacramento? It's the offseason. Let's have fun with it on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
With the season off to a disastrous start, should San Francisco consider trading Logan Webb? Or is the potential franchise cornerstone too valuable to move on from? Get the latest buzz on the Giants and around the league at SactownSports.com or the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Sacramento. Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Trust EB Stone, where 100 years of expertise means your garden thrives naturally. Try cactus and succulent soil mix and Sure Start or all-purpose fertilizers. Visit ebstone.org for a location near you. EB Stone, for the life of your garden.
I remember that every time my mom got dressed up, she put on the first piece of jewelry I ever gave her, a pair of quarter-carat diamond earrings. It was Mother's Day in 1978, and I'll never forget it. She said, "Oh, John, you shouldn't have." But her eyes and her smile said something completely different. That is a feeling we want you to have when she opens your gift from Prestigio Jewelers this Mother's Day. Even better, we guarantee you a credit account to make your own Mother's Day memory. I'm John Bubica, founder and president of Prestigio Jewelers, and I guarantee you a credit account today.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
Kayla, have the nerves hit you yet?
For what?
We're 4 days away from the NBA draft lottery.
Oh, no, because I'm not going to let that. No, I am coming in, I told you, with positive vibes. I've been on a vibe check lately. Ever since I saw MJ, I'm on vibe check. Nothing but good vibes around here with Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming into this draft on Sunday.
Yeah.
With positive vibes.
All right.
And hopefully in the end, you can say, thank you, Kayla, for reminding us to have positive vibes going into this year's lottery.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Matt is not having positive vibes.
I'm scared as hell.
Matt is pretty much wearing Depends.
Yes, and improv. Sure. No, I'm nervous as hell. It's the day that will decide, in my opinion, the day that will decide the direction of the Sacramento Kings.
That's why you have to let it happen.
Doesn't mean I'm not scared of it or nervous about it, though.
Well,
it's a massive day.
You control what you can control.
Well,
you can't control it.
this
Okay,
is very
robot,
true,
turn
though.
off your emotions.
No,
Can't.
emotion. Look, you're speaking to a very emotional person right here.
Oh, I know. I'm scared.
And so I'm trying to teach myself and others a lesson right now.
Yeah, regulation.
Just keep the
No, that's good.
emotions in check.
Yeah, always
I'm
coach
trying
says.
to grow as a person.
Coaches always say, like Mike Brown says it all the time. Doug Christie said it all the time. Don't get too high. Don't get too low.
Right.
Nuh-uh. Top of the roller
Yeah, I
coaster,
was gonna say,
pits of
Matt-
hell.
Matt is definitely one end or the other.
De'Aaron Fox, after game 6, I was on cloud 9. After game 1, pits of hell, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! Up
Yeah,
and
you
down
are.
we go. It's like an elevator.
Right.
But the rise is fun. The plummet, not so much.
Not so much. I think it's a Gemini in us.
I am very nervous. And like right now it's content fun nervous. When I'm sitting there, so here's how it's going to go down because
You need to record yourself.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, you are?
Of course, it's content. I'm doing a
I want the
podcast
hours
afterwards.
leading up.
Oh, no.
I want you to do a live diary.
Just watching my
Yes.
eyes just get darker.
Like you're taking a shower and you're like you're like crying in the shower, just like thinking.
Before?
I want a whole documentation.
I might cry in the shower after.
Or that.
I have to no matter think about that. If the Kings fall to 8, and then I gotta go out of my office
That's
after
gonna be rough.
recording doom and gloom,
Dude, those steaks are gonna be trash.
and I have to make tri-tip.
Oh, the tri-tip?
for my family.
Oh, isn't it a beautiful Mother's Day?
No, it's not.
Trash.
I'm watching AJ go to freaking Utah. It's not a good day.
Will Hardy. Ooh.
Oh, Matt, thank you for this necklace.
I don't even want to get it to you.
You like jazz?
No. But
I think your synchronicity is like my favorite bit about it now, is that you guys are like in lockstep.
We are.
But if the Kings win it, Mom, my wife,
you might buy him like
they get whatever
a
they
boat.
want. What, you want a Tesla? Sure.
He's gonna bankrupt his family.
Sure.
if
I'll
this
go into
happens.
debt. Who cares? AJ's here. Who cares?
I'm gonna call them and say, "Hey, Matt. By the way, I kind of needed this
You are-
vacuum for my new house."
You are a dog mom.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I gave you a chance to win money off of me, and you lost to Anthony. He told me the other day, he goes, thanks. You know what I bought with that gift card? I bought lamps.
Good for you, Anthony.
Like, hell yeah. Use
Good
that
for
money to get
you.
lamps. Love that for you. I'm proud to provide lamps for Anthony's family.
What good use?
Yeah, Sunday I'm going to be a mess. But what I'm doing is, because the NBA hates us and is going to make this at freaking noon on Mother's Day, I'm sneaking away into my office. I'm going to record my reaction
For lunch hour?
to it. Well, I'm pushed back brunch to 1.
I know, but lunch hour can be an extended version on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not going to be live. Hell no, because I'm going to say things that I probably shouldn't say on the air if things go wrong. So I'll record it.
I'm so excited.
And then I'll do a podcast
I'm
after.
so excited.
Oh my God. Monday's show, I can't
Dude,
promise you anything.
I know,
I
I
have
was
no
just
clue.
gonna say.
But you best believe
We
if
might
the
have to take
Kings
them on a
end
stretcher.
up in the top 4, I'm going to be on a vibe on Monday. If the Kings get the number 1 overall pick, I might have to stand the entire show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a freaking party in here.
Yeah. You might actually be taken out on a stretcher.
Probably.
Wait,
That
is that a
could
good
happen.
thing or a bad thing?
It's like you faint. Like at a
depends.
concert, and you
Depends.
you like faint and then you get taken out.
Oh, yeah, like the people at Taylor Swift concerts that don't remember they were at Taylor Swift concerts.
Listen, I'll do this. I'll put it out there.
Okay.
If the Sacramento Kings get the number, maybe you can help me do something better. But what pops in my mind, if the Sacramento Kings win the draft lottery, get the number 1 overall pick in the draft, the first thing that came to mind is I will buy a custom Kings AJ DeBonsa jersey even before they make the pick. But that maybe not going out on a limb enough.
No, that's not crazy enough.
I was going to say if the Kings get the number 1 pick, you have to do the Rob overalls with no
Yes.
shirt.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
But
So there's an 11% chance.
And I want
that
you
punishes
to,
the audience.
And
though.
I want you to
I mean, it
I want
depends.
you to eat a straw of hay the whole time.
I don't know.
I want a
you mean
straw of hay.
Ew. Isn't it wheat? Isn't that what people do?
It is wheat.
Straw of hay? What am I?
Hay is kind of gross. I
That's
don't know if you've ever
terrible.
put it in your
Yeah,
mouth. It's
actually.
gross.
You have?
Yeah, when you're a kid. Kids just eat things. Kids just put things in their mouths.
Don't isolate that. Tracy McGrady, in his podcast with Vince Carter, which, by the way, it's a great segue, Matt. It's awesome to see the two of them working together. Stop laughing. I'm working my way through that. I'm getting out of it. Tracy McGrady shared that Jaylen Brown is not too happy with how things are going in Boston. Grow up, Kayla. Here's Tracy McGrady.
I think, his frustration lies deeply within the organization and other things that,
Of course,
we don't really
I agree
have
with that.
details to. There's just been a lot of stuff, that I've been hearing just going on with the Boston organization with JB.
Oh, cut off.
I was still,
I thought there was more.
I did too. I was like,
nope, that's the whole
listening
clip.
intent.
Clearly, so T-Mac is very much alluding to things aren't all sunshine and rainbows over there. We know Jaylen Brown's been frustrated a lot with this season, and he clearly played with a chip on his shoulder all year long with Tatum's not playing, so everybody thinks we're going to be bad. Yeah, we'll watch this and blah, blah, blah. But we've always kind of felt like things were brewing in Boston about like how long is Tatum going to be willing to play Brown being willing to play in Tatum's shadow and things of that nature. And now being eliminated in the first round, I'm not saying it's the breaking point, but it feels like as good a one as any.
Yeah. I think with that, it's been such a buildup. And when you win and win championships at that, it masks it for a while. Like, it's like, I'm trying to think of something that would be a great comparison, like that we deal with in everyday life, that we can kind of put a Band-Aid on for a minute. It's like a mole. Like,
I'm following.
it's
Keep
like,
going.
you know, it sometimes, like, you look down at it and you're like, okay, it looks fine. And
No, keep going.
I'm going to pass over it. I'm going to, put some ointment on it, see if it goes down, try to, maybe it's a pimple is better.
Okay.
And then over time, it just doesn't go away, and you got to get it sucked out. Okay, that ended up being very lousy.
Wow. Okay, hold on. No, let's land this plane. No, we can figure this out.
Sometimes you just got to get it sucked out.
Okay.
We can figure this out.
So what I'm saying is you can put a pimple patch on it for so long, but eventually, sometimes that pimple, the
So
pimple's
who's
so deep that unless you go get it treated.
I can't with you, dude.
Are you doing this on purpose now?
It's getting hot in here.
Okay, so wait, who's the pimple in this situation?
I don't know. I've completely lost the plot with this analogy.
It's Jaylen Brown.
So Jaylen Brown's the pimple.
Because eventually,
And the
one
pimple
of these
patch is
guys
the
are going to have to
championship.
go.
So the deep playoff runs are the pimple patch.
Yeah, and you're hanging around. It's down. It's not like rising. You can cover it.
But the pimple's gotten now so big and the pore is so bloated
that you just got to suck it out.
I don't want to.
You have to go to the dermatologist.
And the dermatologist is the Sacramento Kings?
No.
Trades it away. Trades it away.
Man.
Who's Joe Mazzulla in this example?
Kayla's analogies are phenomenal.
I was going to go for a lot easier one, and then it just went down a really difficult.
But here's the thing.
Really difficult path.
Here's what I love about this, because you're an absolute professional, because you're like, well, I started this, now I have to find a way to finish it.
Yeah.
But I watched your face. I watched you lose hope. You said, it's like a mole, and your face crumpled. You just went, oh, crap. Well,
I guess you could use that analogy if you think, like, it's okay for a while, but then you eventually learn, like, the mole is starting to change colors.
Now it's cancerous.
And now it's cancerous. And now you go to the derm, and they're like, we're going to have to.
The derm is crazy.
The derm.
Hey, yo, I'm going to the derm. Let me get this mole checked out at the derm. What up, derm?
And Jaylen Brown's the mole.
Oh, man. Well,
Jaylen Brown's new nickname is the Mole, either way.
maybe in this case, the Bucks are the dermatologist, because according to Brian Windhorst, the Bucks are monitoring this situation with Boston and Jaylen Brown for a potential avenue for a Giannis Antetokounmpo trade.
Okay, so here we go
This is
again.
extraordinarily simple. Of course it makes sense for Milwaukee. You've got it exactly right, Greeny. Of course Milwaukee would see some of the stuff that Jaylen Brown is saying and watch everything, and they would get ready to call Boston. And from Boston's standpoint, this is very simple. In July, Jaylen Brown has the opportunity to sign a contract extension with the Celtics. If he is happy with the Celtics, it's a huge one. It can be $70 million a year. He's just coming off his best season. You're going to offer it. If he's happy with the Celtics, sign. See you in September. If he's not happy with the Celtics and he's like, listen, I'm not sure I want to be here, trade. This is, I mean, obviously the trade execution would be a little different. This is all going to take care of itself.
I just had this image in my head the entire time of Brian Windhorst with the finger meme. He goes, listen, Jaylen Brown is like a mole. That's the Kayla Anderson, Brian Windhorst meme.
Oh my God.
Jaylen Brown is like a mole. You got to get it checked out at the derm.
Uh-huh.
So,
and the derm is Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
So what? This makes sense. This 100% makes sense. If you're,
it does?
If you're the Bucks and you're looking for a trade partner for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about her analogy.
No, that we abandoned that, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. Might be my favorite moment of the show today. Other than the stand by me at the Leach Farm or whatever the hell. This makes perfect sense for the Bucks to be paying attention to. How much can we get out of the Boston Celtics? We'll fix their problem with Giannis. We'll take Jaylen Brown off your hands. By the way, Jaylen Brown under contract for the next 3 seasons. He'll be paid $57 million next year. $61 million the following year, and then his final year of his deal is $64.9 million. No options, as far as I understand, no player, no team options. By the end of his third contract, he'll be 32 years old. So he might get another deal. This is his last big deal.
Right.
He's still, like, in your early 30s, you can still be absolutely a star in this league. But by the end of it, he's not going to be getting this kind of money again. Okay, so how do we tie the Sacramento Kings in this conversation? Because it's what we got to do, right?
Yep.
Well, if it were 3 or 4 months ago, before we dove into, Dwayne's on hold, dear Lord. You never know with Dwayne. If we were to dive into before the draft lottery reform and all this stuff is coming out, I'm trying to just save this ship, man. Thank God I'm leaving at the end of this segment. Before the draft lottery reform, making a big swing move like this would have been a disaster for the Sacramento Kings. Like, it's the exact thing you want to avoid. Don't do these short-term, knee-jerk, all-in type moves when you're going into a rebuild, because the path to success in the past has been exactly what the Spurs did. The top 3 teams arguably in the NBA today: Pistons, Thunder, Spurs, all built through multiple years of losing and through the draft. Now, the Thunder also had a phenomenal trade that fleeced the LA Clippers. That helped too. That model is going away. It's not going to exist anymore. Because the league is going to be as competitive as possible, and then we're going to just leave it all up to chance, it opens the door now to, and we'll talk about this another day, the goal for the Sacramento Kings next year should be, or the expectations for the Sacramento Kings should be almost the exact same that they had going into this year, which is, let's compete to be a play-in team.
We've changed our mindset on that.
Well, because the league has completely changed it.
Because the league has changed because of the rules.
With the current draft lottery system that the Kings are dealing with on Sunday, it makes no sense to do that. But with the new draft lottery system, go for the play-in. We probably won't make it because we're not there yet, depending upon the moves that we make. We'll probably end up, hopefully not in the relegation zone, but in that 4 through 10 spot, which means the best draft lottery odds we could have. And hey, hopefully we get lucky. But try and win as many games as possible. The simplicity of that is one of the reasons why I like the new draft lottery system. So it opens the door now to Scott Perry looking around and going, well, I don't know if I have any shot at Jaylen Brown, but here's what I'd put on the table. But I can look to try and improve my team with some trades and stuff like that, because I'm trying to be competitive right now. Try and get wins and good basketball for my rookie and my young guys right away, and then maybe we'll still get lucky in the draft lottery, because that's all I can hope for at this point.
Well, it definitely so now goes towards what Alan's been saying.
The hybrid rebuild.
With the hybrid rebuild. Yep. It really does. And I know I don't love hearing that, and I was kind of more along the lines of like just letting them start fresh and build through the draft.
Right.
But you're right. I mean, they don't have that choice anymore.
Yeah.
Even if they did it that way, it wouldn't be that smart to do. And so you do have to be now even more smart about who are you going to bring in that can make it, though, like more successful now. Or at least competitive enough where you're going to get a decent lottery pick next year. To continue to build the roster. Because there's still a lot of building of the roster that has to be done, because you still haven't gotten rid of some of these pieces.
Yep. I've loved the idea of Jaylen Brown on the Sacramento Kings for years. I wished, like 3-4 years ago, I would have killed to have Jaylen Brown on the Kings.
Yeah.
Now that he's going to be 30 years old soon, I understand it doesn't necessarily make sense. We're doing this hypothetical knowing full well that the likelihood that the Sacramento Kings are going to be the team to, I think they can make a competitive offer for Jaylen, but the likelihood that they would want to do that and that would be the offer that the Celtics accepted, I think are very low. But just for the sake of the conversation, here are 2 potential moves that they could make financially. Again, Jaylen Brown makes $57 million next year. That's the salary that you basically have to match. Well, I don't know. There's 2 things that the Celtics are immediately asking for in this conversation. It's Keegan Murray, and it's probably this year's first-round pick. Well, the Kings are, like, take that off the table. The Kings are making this move to bring Jaylen Brown in with that rookie. So that's probably where the conversation just dies immediately. But let's say you could get past that point because of other things. Keegan Murray's on the table in this scenario because it's the most valuable player asset that they have. So you could do Keegan and DeMar DeRozan for You could do Keegan and DeMar DeRozan, which financially basically works almost straight up for Jaylen Brown. Plus, you'd have to put draft picks in here. We're talking multiple first-round picks. Multiple future firsts. The Kings would have to. There's no way they could just get Jaylen Brown for Keegan and DeMar. So you're talking Keegan, DeMar financially to make it work. Multiple firsts just to even get the Boston Celtics to consider it. The other one is, well, the Celtics need some center help. Domantas Sabonis makes sense. Here's the problem, though. It gets a little tricky with Domas because Domas makes 44, 46, I don't remember exactly. And Jaylen Brown makes 57. There's like an $11 to $13 million gap there. That's tough for the Kings to make up because they have the two $40 million contracts, a bunch of 20s, and then like a $5 million contract, which is Devin Carter. They have a huge gap.
They have
there.
a gap.
They don't have any
in
teams.
the middle. Yeah.
So, in theory, you could do Keegan and Domas for Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, and then you probably have to throw maybe a first-round pick in there, although I don't know. That's Keegan and... Again, I don't think this is actually going to happen. This is just a hypothetical way that it could happen if the Kings wanted to try and make a move for Jaylen. I don't think they're going to, though. I don't think it makes sense for the Kings to do it.
I mean, that is because you're trying to see. Like, I still think you're trying to see what Keegan could be. I hate saying that because we keep saying what he could be, but under Scott, he hasn't had that time yet to necessarily properly assess it because of the injuries, right?
Yeah.
And Domas is going to be part of the conversation no matter what. I don't know. For him, it's a little easier to think about moving on from because I don't know how much he is a part of the future.
Yeah.
So, and Keegan's younger.
Right.
So I'm like...
4 years younger, though.
4 years. Then...
It's not a lot. Then Jaylen.
Then Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. So, like, I get we're waiting for Keegan to turn into something, but Keegan's only 4 years. It's not like Keegan's 22.
Right.
He's 25. So... That's part of the conversation too. I don't know if Boston has any interest in Keegan, and I question whether or not, like I know they need center help. I question whether or not they'd even be interested in Domantas Sabonis in terms of if he's the right winning basketball player for them, because it's titles for them. That's all they're worried about is winning titles. If they're trading Jaylen Brown, they're doing it to win titles, not to reset. Right? So I don't know if Boston even humors this. I don't even know if the Sacramento Kings consider it, because to go and trade that much to add a 30-year-old Jaylen Brown, highly paid Jaylen Brown, who is immediately your superstar, pair him with whatever rookie you bring in. Okay, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm very enticed.
But for what, 2 years?
The 3 years of his deal. And then is he re-signing? At the end of those 3 years, maybe your rookie's ready to take over that number one. I don't know. I don't know why the Kings would do this, but in the past, this would be like you never do this. It's stupid. Now, because of the new draft lottery system, it's like, well... I get what you're saying. So there might be some situations where they have to take a little bit, it's not a risk. They have to take some unusual maybe paths to get to be the team they want to be. Where, like you were saying, in the past, if they were just going to rebuild, this is definitely not something you would do. Just blow it up and reset.
That's why I think that the whole jaw thing's on the table.
Yes.
That's why I truly believe, and I know some people are not going to want to hear that.
Well...
But I do think it's on the table.
I appreciate the segue because tonight on the Matt George podcast, this will drop after Alan and Whitey are done. The Drive guys are done. Tonight on the Matt George podcast, you can listen to it wherever you get your podcast or watch it on the Sactown Sports YouTube channel. I spoke with a friend of mine, a member of Memphis Media, who covers the Grizzlies closely.
Yep.
Because I was very curious, would the Grizzlies even consider doing a Zach LaVine for Ja Morant swap?
Right.
I'll tell you, listen to the podcast because it sounds like the Grizzlies would absolutely be interested in doing it. At least according to this Memphis media member.
That is interesting right there.
So I'll have that. That podcast will drop tonight. Kayla and I will for sure talk about that at length tomorrow. Dwayne, we got to get you in real quick. This segment's been all over the place. Might as well end it with Dwayne before I ride off into the sunset. What up, Dwayne?
Hey, what's up, homies?
What's up, Dwayne?
Hey, I got 4 things, Kyle. 4, man. 1, Kayla. I like the way you think, baby. I really do, man. You're starting to grow on me.
Thank you.
Now, 2, you guys got to dump Keegan. Dump him, bro. He's been weak ever since he got married, bro. He ain't got it, bro. It's over for him. 3, don't wreck your Mother's Day. Just don't even pay attention because you already know how it's going to go, man. The Kings wrecked their chances. They wanted the smallest odds instead of the biggest odds. And 4, the last thing the Kings should do on this planet is go get Grady Dick. That is the last thing we need. Please don't do that. We'll be the laughing stock of the league. I'm out.
I'm proud of Dwayne for
I'm
talking
so
about.
proud of Dwayne.
He talked about Grady Dick, and for Dwayne, that could have gone in so many different directions.
I was actually ready for it.
And he was very professional.
I know he
Shout
was.
out Dwayne
I
for
know
that.
he was.
Speaking
And he had good advice for you to just enjoy your Mother's Day.
Yeah, I'm not listening to that. I'm not listening to
I'm
that.
sorry, I thought it was the good advice of improving your fashion.
That too. Hey.
What am I supposed to do with this MLB mini-series? I have no clue to how to run this.
You're winning right now.
Okay, well, I know how to run
Don't
it.
worry, Kayla.
I'm just going to brag
gotcha.
the whole time.
Just take care of this for me, all right?
All
just
right.
for the day. Okay, so the show ratings and the professionalism are about to get way better. I'm out of here. I'm bouncing.
Professionalism?
Well, I'm trying to set you up for success here, Kayla. I have to get running to a pretty significant school event for my son, so I will be saying bon voyage. Kayla and Kyle will take you through the rest of the hour and a half, but Brendan Nunez from Sactown Sports is going to be joining you for the final hour of the show. Boy, God bless him for the way this show's been. I think so.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. You guys. Oh, maybe he's over.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe he's over. I don't know.
Cool. Whatever
Brendan Nunez will be with you.
You do your thing.
He'll be with you guys at 1 o'clock. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes. We'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow. Shout out all of you for listening. I really appreciate it. As always, we love the banter. We've had a lot of fun on the show. We continue to have a lot of fun. Kayla and Kyle will take you the rest of the way. I'm out of here. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The Athletics may be headed to Las Vegas, but is Sacramento emerging as a candidate for a future expansion team? Hear the entire conversation with Forbes senior contributor Maury Brown on the Drive Guys at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. The statewide direct primary election is June 2nd. All registered voters will receive their ballot in the mail. Check to make sure you're registered correctly at elections.saccounty.gov or call 800-762-8019.
Buying golf gear is easy. Buying the right golf gear? Well, that's different. At Hagen Oaks, they don't just sell equipment, they fit your entire game. With TrackMan technology in the Player Performance Studio, your clubs are matched to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball that performs best for you. Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio dials in your stroke, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds correct shoe size for your feet. It's a smarter way to play better golf. Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. From free inspections to oil changes and tire rotations.
Now through May 24th, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase.
Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Whoa, what happened there? We had a little bit of a music I was vibing with, and then the music just stopped. Maybe it's because Matt George left the building. You're stuck with me and Kyle. Oh, there we go. We got
it's our
Are we
boss,
testing things?
Our bosses are messing with stuff
okay,
back
that's
here.
Cool.
They're
We can be the guinea pig.
testing new things out, seeing if it works.
Yeah, we can be the guinea pig. No problem about that.
Yeah, no, we're trying to see how we can play both at the same time, but
Okay.
it's not important.
That's all right, because the show goes on. We hope Matt has fun at his kids' event. I know we got to get me what is it called? Squared up here?
Suited
I
up?
think I'm always on a delay on this. That's why. On the YouTube chat.
Well, yeah, but the YouTube's always 15 seconds
It's always
behind.
50 seconds behind. By the way, you can join us on the YouTube chat. We've had a really fun chat today. We've talked about everything in terms of sports under the sun, I feel like, and more, and off the sports subjects as well. I'm Kayla Anderson. Matt George just leaving for his kiddos event, and I've got Kyle Ledbetter with me. It's KK, and that was my nickname.
Yeah.
In high school.
We had floated Maddie and KK as a show
Right.
name.
And that got shut down real quick.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Because no one calls Matt Maddie.
Exactly.
Except for Verlad's drop.
And that's but Matt told me he kind of likes it. So it's like, we might as well just start our own thing. You know?
You with the out of context quotes
I
today
know.
are incredible.
It's I don't know why. It's maybe because I'm running on a small sleep pattern here. So.
Well, you had a big day yesterday.
I did. I hosted the Women's Conference 2026 for the Better Business Bureau. So that was fun. Shout out to everybody and the great job that they did putting that on. But I'm back in here and we're talking sports and we're going to talk a little football. It is that time of the show. Thought it was interesting, Kyle, recently, and I don't know if this came out for you guys yesterday. Did you talk anything about Trent Williams?
We did not, no.
Okay, so this came down probably in the last 24 hours. We all know that Trent Williams, they came to a conclusion, obviously, getting him to stay a Niner, which is great news, especially at that left tackle position. So the 49ers recently here in the past 24 hours lowered Trent Williams' 2026 salary cap by staggering $26 million from 46.3 to 20 with his new contract. So they worked it well. And now San Francisco, with those tweaks, have over $60 million of projected cap space. So they have a lot to work with if they want to do any trades or if they just want to carry it over into 2027. So I'm curious, Kyle, first of all, your thoughts on what they might do with this extra money, if they're even going to spend it anymore with, a free agent move or something with a trade. I'm just curious if they do anything or they just kind of hold it over.
So at this point, I feel like there's not a big impact free agent move left on the board, right? You can bring in a player.
Yeah, there's not a big one.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be like, wow, I can't believe they just got, Jesse Bates at the safety position or something like that. I think the more likely scenario is probably trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can now afford to bring in somebody and trade a second or a third round pick or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they just carry it over to next year when I think maybe next year is when Brock's money makes a big leap. So maybe that's part of why they want to keep their books flexible for 2027.
Yeah.
But I would guess trade deadline or maybe like a trade right before the season starts if there's a disgruntled star is the way to go.
I'll tell you this. They've set themselves up nicely. And for the criticism that I've given the San Francisco 49ers this offseason, and look, I'm not saying they didn't do anything well. I'm just saying I'm a little concerned with the older roster again and going back to keeping the core together. And even in the draft, kind of going and reaching a little, and then the first three players they drafted average the age of 24. Like, it just seems to be a pattern for them. Now, this could very well work out and they could go win the Super Bowl and they could all just say, blank you, Kayla. And that's fine. But I am interested in the fact that, behind the scenes, they are working other things well. And the money situation is really good for them for the most part. So I give them credit for that. That being said, Kyle, there are some free agents that are still on this list. By the way, there are actually a lot of Niners last year that are on this, out in free agency.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Jawan Jennings, obviously the biggest one.
Yeah, so here we go. There is Jawan Jennings at the top of the list. I'm still surprised he is not signed somewhere yet, especially because we're post-draft. So I'm interested to see, what are other moves or teams waiting to make. Punter, Thomas Morstead.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's out there. Cleveland Farrell, the defensive end, who, by the way, when they signed him last year, he didn't do a bad job of coming in and filling in.
Yeah, it's just he was kind of dumped into a different role because Nick Bosa tore his ACL so early in the season.
But he wasn't horrible. And then Yurtur Gross-Matos, he's out there.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one picked him up.
Same here. And then Kevin Givens, Eric Kendricks, the linebacker, he's out there. Cornerback Trey Tomlinson, defensive end Taron Jackson, and wide receiver Trent Taylor. There's a lot of former 49ers that are kind of still out there floating in the free agency market. There is also some guys in terms of edge positions, which you can add. If I think you're a Niners fan, you might want to continue to just add depth there. Out of those edge positions, Kyle, I think you have the list up. Are there any in particular that you would be interested in? We have AJ Epineza, obviously the edge from the Bills. He's only 27 years old, probably would play kind of like a 3 role. He's not going to be like a starter by any means, but he's a good depth piece. Did
he have a big injury? I'm trying to remember.
Let's see here.
He might have, but
he might have. It doesn't pull that up for me right away.
I think that maybe is why he's still available, but I don't remember.
And then the other one I was going to ask you about, he was on Up and Adams with Kay Adams recently. Kyle Van Noy was pitching to pretty much the organization, I want to be a 49er. He loves Fred Warner, who doesn't, but he thinks he could be valuable for this Super Bowl team.
That's funny that you said that, because on the fill-in 2-minute drill yesterday, we talked about Kyle Van Noy.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, with KK's 2-minute drill filling in for Kayla. We talked about Kyle Van Noy basically just pitching himself to the 49ers. And I think him and Fred Warner both went to BYU. I think that's the connection. But Kyle Van Noy is he's 36 years old. Matt was joking. That's perfect for the 49ers. I don't think he's a huge impact guy, but again, that kind of underlines you don't need $60 million in cap space to bring in Kyle Van Noy. He's kind of a situational player at this point.
And that's fine. And that's the thing. You're going to be able to carry over or utilize that money, like you said, maybe in a trade situation later on. But that's what's so great. They have some flexibility there. I do, though, saying that, feel they do need to edge maybe add a little more edge depth. Excuse me, I'm talking all over the place. I found out, so AJ Epineza did not sign with the Cleveland Browns after expecting to in 2026, this past March. I guess he failed a physical. He had undisclosed health concerns, and there was a neck issue, I think, with him coming over from the Bills. That was the issue. So that's why Epineza is on there.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
okay.
I think Kyle Van Noy is probably the best guy right now. And I think he's 30. Let me see.
He's 35, I think we said yesterday.
He's 35?
Yeah, Van Noy's been around for a while.
Dang. So I guess that fits the core.
That's what Matt was joking.
He's right up there with the rest of the 30-year-olds that are going in for one last Super Bowl run.
The one I would also say that I'm looking at the list now here. Reunion with Leonard Floyd might not be a bad idea either. He was obviously there 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then he was on the Falcons last year. Didn't really play all that much, but he was good in 2024. It was just that the whole team got hurt, so he didn't really have a chance to have a real impact. And I think maybe Leonard Floyd would be a good idea. There's obviously still the Joey Bosa thing, which they don't want to do.
I think Joey's like 31, and I really do think the only reason they would do it is to have the Bosa brothers there. And obviously people would love that in terms of the fans. Here's the other edges that are out here. Tell me if you haven't heard this name in a while, which, by the way, he was actually pretty decent last year, but I have PTSD from his short time with the Titans where he was absolute disaster. Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh, that's a fun
Guess
one.
how old Jadeveon Clowney is?
Well, he was 2014 draft, so...
Don't do all the numbers. I wanted you just to guess.
It's like 32.
Okay, of course, Kyle's like close, 33. When I think of Jadeveon Clowney, I think he's like 36 years old. Like when you said Van Noy, I'm thinking like 33. I was flipping those.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clowney's out there. He played with Dallas last year.
It feels like each of the last 3 stops he's been to, it's been like, signed him in the middle of the season just because they need a edge rushing help.
Clowney's still out there, man. He's still out there. And then Cam Jordan, who is entering his 37th season.
37th season
Which
or
is-
37-year-old season?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he is 37.
I was like, his 37th.
He's entering his 16th pro season. So he is obviously been synonymous with the Saints. Like, been his entire career.
Gonna have his
Been
jersey
entire
retired by the
career
Saints.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are kind of the lackluster names that are available. So Van Noy probably is up there for me.
Why I wouldn't do Cam Jordan is kind of the same reason why I wouldn't do Von Miller, which is like...
I forget he's
still out there too. But Cam Jordan specifically is like, he is such a franchise legend that if the Saints are saying we can't find a spot for you, he must be mega washed.
Absolutely.
It must be like, if the Saints aren't bringing him back when he is such a cornerstone. It reminds me of the Chargers years ago. They had Antonio Gates, and Gates just refused to retire.
Yep.
And then one year they just said, okay, you can't play for us anymore.
Yep.
It's like, if they're not bringing back Cam Jordan, he must be washed.
It's funny. It's like there's a article right now out about Chase Young, pretty much saying like that. Oh wait, did they wait a second? Did they bring back Cam Jordan and I missed this?
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
Okay, this is him then advocating for it. Yeah, so he's pretty much, Chase Young is out here advocating for it.
Yeah, which makes sense.
He's like, bring him back, baby.
I mean,
Let him retire here.
He's got all the franchise records and stuff like that. Yeah, and again, none of these players are really going to make a big financial impact, right? Like, again, Leonard Floyd could get close to 10 sacks or something like that, but financially, they would have been able to make these moves with or without Trent Williams. I think that money is for a bigger type of move.
Absolutely. Or just like you said, you don't have to spend it all in one sitting. So, all right, coming up on Matt and Kayla here on Sactown Sports, it is time for the 2-minute drill, and then we will do our 1 p.m. hour with our favorite guy, Brendan Nunes. He's like splitting time between this show and the Drive guys. He's all over the place, but we'll talk hoops with him coming up at 1 p.m. Then we'll wrap it up with our MLB mini-series and crosstalk. But stick around. We got the 2-minute drill coming up next here on Sactown Sports.
The Athletics may be headed to Las Vegas, but is Sacramento emerging as a candidate for a future expansion team? Hear the entire conversation with Forbes senior contributor Maury Brown on the Drive Guys at SactownSports.com or on the Sactown Sports app. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Monster
Tremendous storms into the Stockton Dirt Track with the most affordable Finley fun on May 9th. Tickets start at $15. Admission includes a bid party. Meet the drivers, touch the trucks, feel the power. And don't miss $10 monster truck ride that put you in the action. Save money now at StocktonDirtTrack.com.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you. Lightning and the thunder, thunder. The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. Thunder. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
Welcome back in to Matt and Kayla. Matt, hanging out with this kiddo here at an event, so I'm taking over with Kyle Ledbetter for the rest of the show. We will have Brendan Nunes coming up in the 1 o'clock hour, but it is time for the 2-minute drill, and that will be done with my friend over here, Kyle. He's going to chime in, do a little thing with me called the 2-minute drill. So let's start with this. It's actually a little bit new news here. Nothing too crazy. Good old Russell Wilson, always making our show, even though I can't stand him. Russell Wilson recently was asked about his mulling opportunities. He's choosing either between Jets quarterback backup or a TV personality. What will he do? This is what Russ recently said.
City, the Jets, how did that go? Your visit out there?
It's great. They offered me, and I'm trying to figure out what's the next best thing to do and all that. And just, I still know I can play ball and do that at a high level, but also, I think that, the opportunity to do TV too is great. So we'll see what happens.
So when he said they offered me, Kyle, is he talking about CBS?
No, he's saying the Jets.
The Jets. Okay, so they pretty much offered him to come in and be
Geno Smith's backup.
Geno Smith's backup, which is so funny, and you could probably end up doing a 30 for 30 series in the future, maybe on two Seahawks quarterbacks who ended up together in the dreaded, like the fall of grace or something.
It's really just the fall of that dynasty, basically, because the Seahawks are doing great.
Well, the Seahawks are doing great. You're exactly right. The fall of two quarterbacks, but then Geno, is in a weird situation because, Geno started in a fall, and then he climbed his way up, and then he fell back down to Jets.
Yeah, Geno's story is a different one than the Russell Wilson story,
right.
But they're just somehow interconnected. I think just because of the trade, the decision to trade Russell Wilson and start Geno Smith was so unpopular.
Yep.
And then Geno Smith was a Pro Bowl quarterback, and everyone was like, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
And then Geno Smith wasn't as good, and they got rid of Geno Smith. And then the Seahawks immediately won a Super Bowl, and the Raiders immediately fell to the worst record in the league, which, makes us question whether the Geno Smith thing was real ever. It's a very strange story.
It is strange, and that's why I'm kind of here for it. I kind of want the drama, and what are the Jets without drama? So there's two ways I look at this, Kyle. If I'm Russell Wilson, and I'm in the mind of Russell Wilson, and I'm either like, man, I'm not going to go down like this, and, I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to prove that Geno's not the guy, and I'm going to become the starter at some point, and then, my legacy will be completed or whatever it might be. Or he's thinking, no way, I'm touching that. I don't want articles written up in New York about another weird situation with Geno and I. I don't know which one he'll choose, but I feel like those are both what's in his head.
Go do television, man.
Go do TV?
He should.
Yeah.
He should. Not just because the Jets are going to be bad. Do you know who the Jets offensive coordinator is?
I forgot.
Yeah, well, they fired the entire staff except for Aaron Glenn. It's Frank Reich, who was out of coaching for 2 years until Andrew Luck asked him to be the interim coach at Stanford.
That is right.
Yes, and Frank Reich said from the very beginning, I will not be under consideration for the Stanford coaching job. But you know what job he took? The Jets offensive coordinator job.
Even better.
Yeah, so the Jets look like they're going to be a disaster. They kind of want to be a disaster because they traded, Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, but
they got to get their quarterback next year, and it should be a pretty decent quarterback draft, I think, next year. At least better in terms of numbers than this year. So
yeah, I mean, they should have gotten Dante Moore this year, but Dante went back to Oregon to kind of avoid the Jets.
So maybe next year.
Maybe.
Dante might not get out of this one, Kyle.
No, the Jets, that was a joke years ago when I think someone in the NBA was trying to avoid the Wizards, and the Wizards were like, you think we can't play this game forever? You will end up here.
Exactly, whether you like it or not. All right, moving on to, I told you there would be another Replacements movie, and I didn't think it'd be this soon, but we're on to Replacements 5. Replacements 5 is out in a theater near you, and here's the latest update. Negotiations between the NFL and the NFL Referees Association on a new collective bargaining agreement has progressed far enough that the union has scheduled a ratification vote for Thursday night, sources tell ESPN. So we went from thinking this wasn't going to happen. They had pretty much started to handpick these replacement refs, and now all of a sudden here we are. The existing CBA set to expire at the end of this month, and it looks like here we go, sliding into home. They're almost there.
Okay.
After all this drama.
So no Fail Mary? No repeat?
I don't think so.
Okay, well.
I mean, at least that's the direction it seems to be going in. Now, there's always something that can happen and it doesn't go in the right direction. But I feel like we did a whole, what is it? Is it 180?
Yeah, 180.
Yeah, we did a 180.
A 360 would be going all the way around, and then we're still have no replacement
where we
refs.
Which it could go that way, Kyle.
Oh, just wait for Replacement 6.
You just wait.
'Cause I gotta say, Replacements 5, I'm a little disappointed, because I've wanted this franchise to keep
I know,
going.
I did too, but Replacement 6 would be the solution where it finally ends.
I don't know. Fast and the Furious did 11 movies, so we might only be halfway through the Replacement
That's a good
saga.
point. But yeah, we look like we're coming to a conclusion for the replacement refs, and guess what, fans in the NFL? It looks like you're going to have your refs back. Or so they say. Yes. All right, Giants get a good read. Defensive tackle DJ Reader signing a 2-year deal with the New York Giants. I don't know if you guys talked about this yesterday, Kyle, because I know you spoke about the Seahawks.
Yes.
But I don't know if you talked about Reader. So we're talking about the other New York team, the Giants, who I've liked what they've done in the offseason. If Jackson Dart can stay healthy and not get another concussion every couple months, and Scadaboo's back, they've obviously done some stuff in the draft. They've now signed DJ Reader to a 2-year, $12.5 million deal. Obviously a veteran defensive tackle for them. He can also make up to $15.5 million through incentives. This comes after they've done some other moves, including more than 2 weeks ago, the Giants traded for defensive lineman Dexter Lawrence. So they're clearly starting to put together a defense under a defensive-minded head coach in Harbaugh. I'm curious how different this Giants team looks.
Look, I like DJ Reader. He's had a successful career. Also, I'm looking on his Wikipedia page. Apparently, he was a baseball pitcher at Clemson, which is scary when
DJ Reader was?
Apparently, he's 6'4", 280 pitcher.
I mean, it's like a CeCe.
Yeah, I know.
Right? CeCe Sabathia?
Yeah. Well,
he's a big dude.
Yeah, just shocking to me. But if DJ Reader is your Dexter Lawrence replacement, that's a big downgrade. And I get it. They got the number 10 pick in the draft, and they took, I think, Moaga from Miami. Like, I get it that they got
the 10th overall pick.
Yeah, they got the 10th pick out of it, and that's a great get. But the difference between Dexter Lawrence and DJ Reader
it's different.
Yeah.
But I think I think the Giants will be okay next year. They might even be a little ahead of schedule. I mean, I don't predict them being this team that's going to go to the Super Bowl or anything like that. But I do feel like they're starting to build the way that they want to build, and they're going to have to get rid of some of those guys to do it.
Yeah, you just got to believe in John Harbaugh, because
you do.
I don't think Joe Schoen, the GM, is very good, but Harbaugh has kind of the ultimate say now. So
well, it's going to really dictate his entire career, going to a place where he's not under management and ownership that's always been pretty steady Eddie in Baltimore. Now you're kind of going out and proving you can do it by yourself. Because like you just said, GM, ownership, it's not like the greatest. Like the Giants have been a little bit of a mess as of recent.
Why? Because their ownership listened to the fans and didn't draft Josh Allen?
Correct.
And listen to the fans to bench Geno Smith and listen to the fans like way too much?
Yep, pretty much.
And then gave Daniel Jones an extension?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that group.
Well, that is a 2-minute drill. Also adding in there, quarterback Anthony Richardson decided to report to voluntary workouts, by the way.
You know what?
So I don't know what's going to go on with him. I mean, he's there this year, I guess. But
set him free, man. Just trade him somewhere else.
Let him let somebody pick up that project and see if it works.
Yeah,
so.
I'm tired of him having to just be stuck in Indianapolis when they hate him and they're never going to play him.
No, they are not. All right, coming up on Matt and Kayla, we've got the 1 o'clock hour, the final hour of the program. We've got the MLB miniseries and crosstalk. But up next, our good friend Brenda Nunes of Sactown Sports is going to join us. We're going to talk some NBA playoffs, some Kings, all that good stuff, hoops. That's when we return here on Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for the most in-depth and up-to-the-minute draft coverage on the Sacramento Kings. Powered by Power Business Technology. Copiers and printers for all your office needs.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Hey, movie fans, you've played it, you've mastered it. Now experience Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Feel every kick, every battle, every finish on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen. Sacramento's biggest, loudest, and most insane way to experience the adrenaline.
Get over here!
Get your tickets for Mortal Kombat 2 at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Finish him!
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Sacramento Rivercats baseball all summer long. The Rivercats Summer Pass gets you into every game this summer with no blackout dates and includes access to the Sky River Casino Solon Club. Lock it in and don't miss a moment. Get your Rivercats Summer Pass at rivercats.com.
KHDK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Down the fort. Welcome into the show, Brendan. All right.
Hello,
there?
hello.
Oh, there you are. There you are. We're working on some stuff in the back room too, Brendan. So, you know, we're in the groove now.
There's no worries. Know how it goes, and you've been doing great holding it down while Matt gets a little vacay, I guess. Yeah, I'm just giving him a hard time.
A little vacay with the kid, you know. We'll give him that. He held it down yesterday. So I was like, this is the least I could do for you, man. You know, hold it down for an hour for you as you go get a hang out with your kiddo. So I know you're watching a lot of NBA. I'm watching a lot of NBA. And let's start out with this because it did break at the start of our show. Joel Embiid out for game 2 tonight. Where do you even see this series going when New York just seems to be like they turned it on and it was like they've just been shutting teams out?
Yeah, they seem like they've, they're very much playing to their own style. I think that felt like one of the adjustments in that Hawks series was maybe rather than countering who they're going up against, let's just be ourselves, essentially. And mucking up the game defensively obviously goes a long way. That 60-point almost win over the Hawks obviously stands out. But I do think this Sixers team is more talented, and we saw them suffer some pretty bad losses to Boston, too. I don't know about you, but I certainly thought that series was over at one point, and they still managed to fight back. So even without Embiid, obviously that's a huge loss, and somewhat what turned their series around against the Celtics. But Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe can win you a game. I don't know that I would necessarily bet on that. I think it's totally fair to favor New York in this one pretty heavily, but I wouldn't count this Sixers team out. I think that they have a lot of athletic guys that can get to the rim and create their own shots, and some okay depth pieces there as well. So definitely lean heavily towards the Knicks, but I was really quick. I did some postseason predictions after about 2 or 3 games of the first round, and I unfortunately was wrong about so many of these. So I guess I'm trying to not overreact to 1 or 2 games now.
I know it's hard to do, though. We think we have it all figured out, and then we're just like, man, we were just wrong. We're just terribly wrong. One thing we know we're probably not wrong about, though, is the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brendan. And when we watched that game last night against the Lakers, and Matt and I spoke about this today, it's almost like, how tough would that be, being the high-level competitor that LeBron James is and going into a series like this when Oklahoma City didn't even play remotely their best basketball and beat the Lakers 108-90 last night?
Yeah, it's that defense. Their defense is on a complete another level, and that takes nothing away from SGA and some of the other guys they have offensively, but that MVP is really running everything over there on that end. It's defensively. I mean, when you don't have, LeBron mentioned it after the game, sort of, what's going wrong with your guys' offense, and he's like, well, we're missing the guy that averaged 33. And when you're playing against a defense like this, you need guys that can draw double teams. So to me, I thought LeBron had a pretty good game, obviously a really good start to that one. And it was, I don't know if it's fair to say it was closer than I expected, because that fourth quarter, it obviously got out of hand in that second half more so. But they need Austin Reeves to step up. He's a guy that obviously played great throughout this regular season. That's a lot harder when you got Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, and you can keep going down the line defending you in a back line of Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, and everybody else that they have back there. But I think that OKC also has a significant rest advantage, something that also favors into that Knicks series as well, obviously. So I'd be curious if Game 2 feels a little bit different, being on, I guess you would say, a more even playing field. But to me, it's, ironically playing against the Lakers, but Phil Jackson's defense wins championships. I think the Thunder are the prime example of that. And if they happen to get through this series and say 5 games, and then you see Minnesota and San Antonio battling out in 6 or 7, it's like, okay, at what point is OKC just going to glide their way through this and have the rest advantage all the way through?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. It just seems like they're definitely the Giants, and it's hard to see them getting knocked down. But again, it's the NBA playoffs. Anything can happen. I mean, look at what happened in the Detroit-Orlando series, right? Detroit down 3-1 in that series. It just felt like they were dead in the water. And then, they had been resuscitated, to say the least. And Cade Cunningham, while he has played spectacular, I think the entire series, he can't continue to just be the only one that is holding his team together. So you saw at the end of that series when they came back, there was other help being had. So I guess in terms of this series in particular, and Tobias Harris being one of those guys, do you feel like Detroit got new kind of breath brought back into them?
Yeah, I mean, I think seeing some of those other guys step up, like you mentioned, is the key, right? Tobias Harris, Dennis Jenkins, one of the great stories in the league this year, kind of feels different play style, but feels like a similar story to when Keon Ellis came into his own that Kings fans can appreciate. I love the Pistons, man, and it's partially because I think Cade Cunningham is just absolutely phenomenal. The way that Jalen Duren didn't have a great game, but he just spoon feeds him buckets, essentially, driving to the lane and taking out Mobley and the guy guarding him, and just to set up easy dunks for Duren. Duren played really well defensively in that one. And I do think they have a benefit of having played the Magic right before the Cavs. The Cavs have, I would say, even more size, specifically in the front court. But I think they're going to be met with a similar scheme of, okay, we're going to try and pack the paint against you, and can your shooters punish us? And that's where I wonder, Duncan Robinson had a big game 1. Can he sort of keep that up? It makes things tough on guys like Asar Thompson, but he found some games to make an impact. So, I fully expect Cade to continue being the All-NBA, I think eventual MVP candidate type of player that he is, even if it's hard to scrape that top three. But he feels Luka-ish out there to me, even if he's doing it a little bit differently, just a full offensive hub and enabling everybody else. But they need Tobias and Duncan and, maybe Kevin Huerter, if he ends up being able to come back. Karis LeVert, will he end up cracking the rotation at some point? But I think I like Detroit's chances in this. The Eastern Conference is just so funny to me because it feels like I'm picking who has the least flaws. And then on the West, I'm like, okay, well, who's actually the best here?
That's a good way to put it, Brendan. It's a good way to put it. When we talk about tonight's matchups, obviously we've got the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. So for the New York Knicks, it's been interesting because I think everybody is looking at, okay, what can they do? Can they get to the final? Can they win it? Because there's always so much pressure on whoever the head coach is. And clearly we have a lot of interest here with it being Mike Brown. Up until this point, how have you felt the Knicks have kind of met expectations, I should say, and especially now? I mean, you're getting more production out of Cat to help a very talented Jalen Brunson. How far do you feel they can take it with how they're playing now?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think the East is great. So in my mind, it's not crazy to think that they could be the ones making it to the finals. And for the Mike Brown conversation, it's obviously a weird one when you fire the coach that took you to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then your owner comes out and says, hey, expectation is that we're competing to win the whole thing. That's about as high of pressure as someone can face. But I think it's interesting to see the Cat shift more towards the kind of Sabonis role that we saw a little bit. And OG Anunoby playing absolutely great, while Mikal Bridges had a couple of stinkers in that first round, and then he turned it around a little bit as well. But OG feels like he's playing some of the most minutes every single night out there. I think he's a really unsung hero, I guess, in sort of all of this. But they have great role players. I think my biggest concern, I guess it feels similar to, I've drawn the Kings comparison before. I'm like, Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, that feels similar tier players to Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. And in my mind, I just don't know that those guys are good enough to take you fully over the hump and all the way to a championship. And maybe I'm discrediting Brunson because he's shown an ability to be clutch, and that matters. That's probably where it matters most is, hey, we just need a bucket right now who can go get one, and Brunson fills that. But I do worry about if they have the top-end talent to fully make it there. But you got to love their depth. They're winning the possession battle out there. Pretty good on the offensive glass as well. And so I think they have all the pieces to make it to the finals. I think that it could be a little bit tough when you run into, say, it's a Cade Cunningham, or certainly in the finals. I think they will have some problems if they end up making it there. But I think they've got a pretty good chance of making it out the East.
So this might answer my question kind of, because you had mentioned, the guard play. Obviously, Jalen Brunson, extremely talented, has obviously put his team and helped put his team in this position, but can he take it all the way? Can he be one of those main pieces? Do you feel like with the guard play we've seen, especially in the playoffs, and we'll mention Tyrese Maxey in this conversation as well, does it convince you at all that, a guard and a guard that might be undersized can still make a difference and still help you get that championship when it's all said and done?
They definitely can help. I know you're a big Darius Acuff fan. I feel like that's where we're leading into here. I think that there's a lot of those guys that certainly can help you do a lot of things. You mentioned Maxey. There's, I think Donovan Mitchell sort of falls into there as well. De'Aaron kind of does, and Austin Reeves, I guess, a little bit more height. To me, it's just like having a creator, an on-ball creator like that, right? I do put a little bit more value in the guys that have more size, whether it's a Luka or an SGA, for example, Anthony Edwards. But I think that the point being just having one of those guys that can bail you out of a situation, that can put downhill pressure on the rim and generate paint touches, spray out to shooters, is extremely important in the modern NBA. And luckily for the Kings, there's, even if they, doomsday scenario fall to 8 or 9, I think that there are talented dudes that project to potentially be able to fill some of those roles. So one of the most important things that you need to have on a successful NBA team for sure, and I think you're seeing that in the postseason.
Are we going to get one of the better series in this round with San Antonio and Minnesota, or is it going to kind of like, is San Antonio going to, get to the point where maybe we saw a great matchup in that game one? We'll see what happens in game two. Or is this like, I don't know where to go with this one, right? I'm like, I think this is going to be a really good series, but I don't know. I'm curious your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rudy Gobert deserves his flowers.
He does.
I think that the NBA has changed a little bit in recent years to really favor his style of play as well, because we've seen him, on switches, and there's the Steph Curry turning him around on the perimeter. Like that's not what he's there for, right? That's why they have Jaden McDaniels and some of these other guys that are absolutely phenomenal. But to me, I think that it will be a really good series, still a toss-up of who ends up taking this in my mind. I think we saw the Spurs sweat a little bit against the Blazers for half a sec there, even though it was a gentleman's sweep in the end. But I worry about their spacing. I think that that's been something that's been a concern for most of the year, and you could say the same about the Pistons for what it's worth. But I think that the dynamic three-guard pairing is obviously a plus for them, but you're relying on Harrison Barnes and Champagnie and some of these other guys to be able to hit threes, because Jaden McDaniels is going to give one of those guards an extremely hard time. Rudy Gobert is going to do a phenomenal job on Victor Wembanyama. So, again, I guess going back to the Thunder, it feels like you're very much seeing that defense is winning these games, and it felt like that was the case with Minnesota. They also have some physical players, whether it's Ant or Julius Randle, I think can be a little bit hectic at times, but certainly never lacks physicality. So I think this is going to be a really, really good series. But I think more than anything to me, while Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert have kind of stole the show here, and you're seeing the importance of that interior defender, but also somebody that can slow down those initiators like we were just talking about.
Okay, so Brendan, you know more than anybody how big of a fan Matt George is of De'Aaron Fox, and he's gonna ride with De'Aaron through the highs and the lows, and clearly this last game not De'Aaron's best, but he has been somewhat successful here in the last round, and we've made that clear on our show. I am curious of where you're at with De'Aaron Fox in the postseason, and like overall how you think he's been.
Yeah, I think consistency would probably be the main thing that you want to see, and I think that Kings fans that watched him for a really long time are familiar with that. There's certain moments where maybe disappears is the wrong word, because to me it always felt like he's more intentional with getting the other guys involved for stretches rather than really checking out or anything like that. I think he's a underrated defender, and his ability to get to the rim obviously is really his superpower, but I feel like at times, he's very focused on getting the other guys involved, and that's how you have a crazy Dylan Harper half against Scoot Henderson that was one of the best back and forths I feel like we saw in that first round, or seeing some of these other guys get a little bit more involved. But I think sometimes that leads to him not putting his stamp on the game, and to me, I do kind of think, I know we're talking more this postseason, but I think long term, he feels like the odd one out to me.
Interesting.
Because they do have these other guards. I was worried about that when they got Dylan Harper initially. It's okay, if you're eventually going to make a move to improve the roster, who are you moving on from? And maybe it's one of those young guys, but I think more likely than not, it wouldn't surprise me if De'Aaron's salary, could that come up in a Giannis conversation, for example? So it's less of a slight to De'Aaron, I would say, and more so I think kind of just the roster construction after they second pick. I think a little bit inconsistent from De'Aaron, and maybe that more so to do with trying to get some of his teammates involved for stretches rather than putting his own imprint on the game, but having some moments where he's able to take over the fourth quarter, or even if it's the second or third, right? We just need a stretch from you where, okay, De'Aaron got to the line a few times, able to knock down some big buckets to help slow down momentum on the other side. I think it's been about what I think most people would expect that watch De'Aaron.
I did hear that you were a Celtics fan. Real quick, where was like the connection with that? I always love hearing like people and their teams, like why they're fans of teams. I did not know this, Brendan.
Yeah, grew up a Celtics fan. Well, my dad was a Warriors fan growing up.
Yeah.
And they were kind of the Kings at the time. You know, they were, I hate to say it on here, but they were kind of the embarrassment of the league, you know.
Yep.
I just have a lot of memories of my dad yelling at the TV because Monte Ellis and all these other dudes weren't quite cutting it, even if Monte was maybe the highlight of that team. And so I was like, you know, this doesn't look like the greatest life. Maybe I'm not going to pick this path. And I was sitting there watching the 2008 draft, and the Celtics traded for Garnett and signed Allen in free agency, and I just decided that that was my team. And they ended up winning the chip that year, which is somewhat unfortunate because while it was great, it was like, I feel like it's more special when you've like been along for the ride, right? And because it was my first year, it didn't hit quite the same. And then by the time they won, 2 years ago, I had kind of already, you know, still keep up, but definitely checked out from the fandom as I got into covering the league and the Kings themselves. So I was a little bit salty that didn't hit great. But I will tell you that seeing Marcus Smart in a Lakers jersey, while it is amazing to see him still producing the way he is, hurts my soul just a little bit every single time.
I know, not in a Lakers jersey. I just remember Marcus Smart from Oklahoma State, and I just loved him. I always loved him as a player. I don't know why I'm with you on that page too, but not in a Lakers jersey. So the Celtics have been in the news. Clearly they blew that series. And now there's all this stuff happening. And recently, I believe it was Tracy McGrady, he went on and kind of said, there's some frustration with Jaylen Brown that lies deep within the organization. And then Brad Stevens is now downplaying all these rumors that there's rift between the organization and Jaylen Brown. I am curious, where do you think this goes next year? Do they keep the band together and try to go and get it done again? Or is one of these guys, probably Jaylen Brown, on the move?
Yeah, you know, it feels like this happens all the time. Maybe not every single year, but I can't tell you how often people are like, you know, this pairing needs to split up. And ironically, I remember a story where T-Mac, I don't remember if it was Jaylen or Tracy McGrady that said it, but obviously Jaylen really looks up to him. You'll see some of his shoes have like the old T-Mac look with the one red, one blue, right? But he mentioned that he kind of went to him earlier in his career, and T-Mac told him, if I were you, I would stay there. Essentially, I wish that I didn't leave Vince. And Jaylen was sort of surprised by that because he got to go run his own team with Houston. And so part of me thinks I still wonder how much this is just going to blow over. In my mind, if you're the Celtics, you at least go into the season with these guys. This is still a team that I think should be competing for a championship. And if they had more reliable front court depth and really just depth overall, like Baylor Shireman, solid year, Jordan Walsh, solid year, Peyton Pritchard, did he end up winning Sixth Man of the Year? Maybe this year, I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but had a great year and then just doesn't kind of show up in the moments you need him most and later in that series. But I think that this year was supposed to be sort of a reset, and they outperformed expectations. Jaylen Brown, a huge part of that. So as much as people can make who's the number one on the team, I think for the most part they've done a great job of sharing that spotlight and each being able to get their own. So I'm sure that the conversations will keep coming up. But in my mind, I imagine it blowing over unless it reaches a point where Jaylen Brown is throwing a fit and potentially even asks for a trade. But in my mind, I feel like we've heard this so many times that I can't help but think it will blow over.
Brendan Nunes joining us here on Sactown Sports. We're talking a little NBA. I don't think we've talked about this, but the whole like Steve Kerr situation right now. And is he going to return to the Golden State Warriors as a coach? Is he going to be on TV because ESPN seems to be persuading him? This to me is just so weird. Like, where do you lie on this conversation, Brendan?
I mean, I think first of all, like, I think you got to give him his credit for what he's done, right?
Yeah.
It feels similar to like oh, Tom Brady leaves Bill Belichick, and now all of a sudden everybody's trashing on Bill Belichick. I'm like, no, this guy has an insane resume. You know, how much of the modern NBA and the style of play that we see it's obviously a credit to Steph and Clay and Draymond, but when Mark Jackson had those guys, they were not running this freelance offense, you know. And so I think Steve Kerr does deserve a bunch of credit and his flowers for being a phenomenal coach. But at some point, all things are going to come to an end. And it feels like it may be time for that to happen. I would love to see him last as long as Steph does there. But I obviously see some of the points of contention a little bit. And I can't help but mentioned earlier, like my dad being frustrated with the Warriors forever growing up. I really think that there's a chance that this team is right back in the gutter after Steph and Steve Kerr are gone, because I don't know what their future holds right now. And their history prior to this insane run that they've had has not been very kind, obviously. So I do worry, and I guess I'm curious about the future of this team. Most of my family are Warrior fans, and I'll tell you that they are not the most excited about all this. But I think that more than anything, it seems to be reasonably up to Steve Kerr, and I think the recent flaws you can definitely see, but my mindset a lot of is, appreciate him for what he did, I guess.
Well, while your family might not be excited for the future of Golden State, maybe at least you can be excited for the future of the Sacramento Kings. We've got the lottery coming up on Sunday, Brendan. How are you spending your Sunday? Because I know Matt George is just overthinking this whole thing. He's freaking out because it's Mother's Day. Where will you be spending, the whole lottery day? And truly, what's your gut feeling?
Well, I'm hoping that we don't see Matt George in this overall look. And
that's right. Yeah.
That's nothing to do with where they land. I know that was the agreement for if they're the first pick. If that's the price to pay, I don't know how to feel about it. But I will say I've been watching a whole lot of AJ. The draft profiles are going to be rolling out here soon. Mm-hmm. And not breaking any news, but gosh, this guy is absolutely ridiculous. And I feel the same way about Darren Peterson. The next two with Cam Boozer and Caleb Wilson are really nice. But to me, while there is a top four, there's even more of there's a tier break after that top two. And so getting into that would be absolutely huge. The San Jose Sharks just had some ridiculous jump up to 2 in the lottery and got some good fortune on their side. So you really never know what could end up happening. Maybe the Warriors end up somehow jumping up and that changes their fortune. Dallas was just a total outlier last year, losing in the play-in. So just kind of got to, I guess, Scott Perry, not really much of a superstitious guy. I would say that I'm not either, but I'm a little stitious. Is how I would go.
I like it.
And so maybe we'll go fingers crossed or something like that. But obviously a huge night. And but what I will say is that even if they do go to 7 or 6 or wherever they end up, there's still, you're going to get a maybe not franchise centerpiece, but I do think it will change the direction of this team. No matter who they're able to add, there's always the chance of a guy not working out. Andrew Wiggins was Maple Jordan. Some of these guys at the top may not end up working out, and the best players, MVPs that you see, SGA was taken 11 or 12. Giannis was, I believe, 13. Mm-hmm. So even if they do end up falling, I'm going to not be all doomsday and still think that one of these guys could really change their fortunes.
I love it. Positive vibes. That is my thing this whole week, including going into the lottery. Brendan Nunes of Sactown Sports joining us. We appreciate your time, Brendan. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
See ya. All right, coming up on Matt and Kayla, we've got MLB miniseries, and Kayla's feeling good. That's right. We'll go over what happened last night. Plus, we got Crosstalk coming up with Whitey and Alan Stiles. You never know what's going to happen there. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for the most in-depth and up-to-the-minute draft coverage on the Sacramento Kings. Powered by Power Business Technology. Copiers and printers for all your office needs.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over
over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now through May 24th at Big O Tires, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Book your appointment online today. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Nova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. And Nova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Trust EB Stone, where 100 years of expertise means your garden thrives naturally. Try cactus and succulent soil mix and Sure Start or all-purpose fertilizers. Visit ebstone.org for a location near you. EB Stone, for the life of your garden.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long, so you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back into Matt and Kayla here on Sactown Sports. Feels nice being in this chair right now. No, Matt's still on the show. Matt just is enjoying some time with his kiddo. He's got an event. So we let him have the rest of the day off. But that means I got closer to this beautiful trophy of our mini-series that I've only held once. And some claim that that was an asterisk win.
Because it was.
I still think it's a win. But Matt has carried this trophy twice, and Kyle has carried it once with an asterisk on the other one.
Matt's got it 3 times, and I've gotten it technically twice, although I don't claim one of them.
He does have it 3 times, doesn't he?
Yeah, he won it 3
Jeez
times.
Louise, I got to break this up. So, it's like I shouldn't be holding it. The Stanley Cup, you're not supposed to hold it until you win it, but technically I've already won it.
I mean,
so I'm going to hold it.
I'll take it if you feel like you don't want it. It can come over to me.
Right? It was just so much easier than to grab it here in the captain's chair. So, yeah, I'm feeling good because we start this week's mini series off, for me, on a positive note. Yesterday, I took the Yankees, and the Yankees got the 7-4 win over the Rangers. So I am 2-0 to start this week. Okay, Kyle, see, you had your Marlins.
Fins up,
taking on the Orioles, and they lost 9-7.
What an idiot!
Sorry.
Oh, what a loser!
They were tied in the 9th and they blew it.
I feel like your Fins have not been what they were when you originally rode with them.
Yeah, I think I'm now 1-2 with the Marlins.
Yeah.
So it's 2-2 if you count. I think Anthony picked them 1 week. So just like all of us, they're pretty much 500.
I know. And then Matt, he also, I believe, so he did win yesterday.
He had the Braves against the Mariners.
Over my Mariners, who are just completely slumping. I don't know what's going on. 3-2. 3-2. So I've 2-0 for me to start the week. You guys are 2-1. Or
well,
1-2. 1-1. There we go.
Yeah, 2-0 and 1-1. But before Matt left, he did say, and he wrote it down on the board so we know it's there. He's taking the on our document.
Oh, okay.
He wrote it down that he is taking the Cardinals over the Brewers.
Today.
Yes, and we can confirm, because that game was at 10 a.m., we can confirm that the Cardinals lost.
What an idiot!
Oh, they did.
Oh, what a loser!
Yeah, 6-2. Cardinals lost to the Brewers.
Okay, dang. Well, sorry about it. All right, so what are you going to go? I'm going to go ahead and ride with the Guardians today. They are playing the Royals.
Okay, it's a good choice.
Yeah, so that's an afternoon game, so I'm going to ride with the Guardians.
Although, you know, Kayla, it's just you and me here right now.
Okay.
So we can maybe pull a prank on Matt because
no.
One of your teams is the Tampa Bay Rays that you haven't picked this week. The Rays already won 3-0 today. But Matt's not listening, so he won't be able to police that.
Or so we think
Rays.
he's not listening.
I mean, he said it was at 1:15.
Okay, good. He's not listening.
So if you and me in the chat are willing to,
come together?
Yeah, if we're going to unite to get you the win this week.
Ooh, I like this.
We have the Rays are up 3-0.
Okay.
Or they've already won. You would go to 3-0 on the week.
We just talked about traders earlier today. I feel like this is a trader move, and I am the trader.
Yes.
So let's do it. And then we can all play along like, didn't you know? Kayla said that. I said that. The chat can be like, yeah, Kayla did say that she was taking them early.
Yeah, exactly.
See, there we go.
You already locked it in. Well, here's the thing, though. Since he doesn't know, he's not going to know that the game was at 10 o'clock.
And that's even better.
He's just going to look at the scores tomorrow and see, Tampa beat the Blue Jays. He won't even know.
I love this.
So as long as the chat is willing to be a little secretive,
you be on our side, okay?
Then
Don't you dare tell.
I think we can pull off this prank so that Matt will lose this week and you'll get the championship.
I'm in. Let's go. I love it, Kyle.
Okay.
This is what happens when you have two Ks take over the show. It becomes, plotting, and we feel like we're on a game show.
Because here's the thing, it would be cool to win for me, but you know what would be better? Matt losing his stupid trophy.
He cannot get that thing 4 times in a row.
No,
or four wins.
And you would get the win, you know? So you
perfect.
If we want to, we're going to be a little devious here. So we're just going to write in Rays and Blue Jays.
You do that.
But we're not going to write in the score of what happened.
Okay, so I'm going to put Rays and Blue Jays. And then what are you doing?
That's a good question. I am 1-1. Paul Skeens is pitching today, so I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Perfect. All right, so the Pittsburgh Pirates, I'm writing all this down here. By the way, how were the Pirates doing overall? Because I know that they were on a little bit of a run. And then I feel like they kind of came back to So life
Let's see.
here.
I think that whole division is like really close
Kinda weird.
together for some reason. It's weird.
Okay, so you said Pirates and what again?
Pirates over the Diamondbacks.
Okay, got it.
This is funny. So the Pirates are 19-17, which would be first place in the AL West, but they are last place in the NL Central.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know how that worked out, but 19-17 is apparently dead last in their division.
I'm curious, in terms of ballparks, because we're talking about the Pirates and PNC Park, and it's one of the most beautiful parks in baseball, in Major League. At a time, I was on a roll with hitting like every single baseball stadium I could hit in a summer, right? So I had a pretty good list. I don't know how much you've done traveling wise, but what's your favorite ballpark outside of obviously Petco?
Well, Petco is the best.
I mean, Petco is up there for me as well.
Let's see. I think I've been to 6 or 7 ballparks. I really like Coors Field in Colorado. It's very cool.
I heard it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're not going to go there if you're a fan of the Rockies to see winning, but you're going to go watch baseball and have fun.
Which is part of why I think I like Coors Field. Because I've been for, I think it was Padres Rockies, but I also went a few years ago when the All-Star game was there.
Yeah.
And it was the home run derby that had Ohtani in it.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't win. I think it maybe Pete Alonso. I can't remember who won.
It was probably Polar Bear.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Anyways, I think Juan Soto won it. But anyways, it was super cool. Home run derby with Ohtani and being in Colorado. That was a fun experience.
I have actually, when I went on my coverage of like Major League Baseball when I was in Ohio, we got to go see like Wrigley Field. And, you know, it's talked about, it's historic, and it is a cool place. Don't get me wrong. But it was so hard for me to imagine like the updates just have not been done there in years. And the dugouts are not in the clubhouses are not by the dugouts. Like you have to walk across the street for the Cubbies, you know, clubhouse and everything. And I remember covering that World Series. We had to go underneath through the really small dugouts underneath. And I was like standing. And again, I was like almost hitting the roof it's just so old and outdated. Like it's cool, but it's also like, ugh.
But that's also because you're so tall, you know, which we established earlier.
Yes, because I am 5'7".
Yeah, exactly. You're
Don't
no
get it wrong.
5'4" shrimp like Matt says.
Don't get it twisted. Well, coming up on the Matt and Kayla Show, we're going to wrap up the show with our favorite guys. Well, I guess the morning show is our favorite guys too, but we've got the actual drive guys coming up. We'll see what Whitey and Alan Stiles have to serve up. That's coming up next here on the Matt and Kayla Show on Sactown Sports.
The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for the most in-depth and up-to-the-minute draft coverage on the Sacramento Kings. Powered by Power Business Technology. Copiers and printers for all your office needs.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Country in the Park is back this weekend at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park this weekend, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Carl's Jr., RVs of Sacramento, and Atkins Family Vineyards. More info at CITVFest.com.
Sacramento River Cats baseball all summer long. The River Cats Summer Pass gets you into every game this summer with no blackout dates and includes access to the Sky River Casino Solon Club. Lock it in and don't miss a moment. Get your River Cats Summer Pass at rivercats.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Monster Truck Madness storms into the Stockton Dirt Track with the most affordable family fun on May 9th. Tickets started at $15. Admission includes a bid party. Meet the drivers, touch the trucks, feel the power. And don't miss $10 Monster Truck rides that put you in the action. Save money now at StocktonDirtTrack.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. What's up? It's Matt George. What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports.
I'm here. Kyle Ledbetter's here.
What's the
Whitey's
story?
here.
So De'Aaron Fox has another not a great game, and then Matt just checks out? Is that what's going on?
Where is he?
So he is hanging with the kiddo. The kiddo had an event. Now, the kiddo's
Conference, right?
Yeah.
I heard him.
He's in kindergarten. So he has I don't know how young kids, like how things are nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like there's a lot of involvement in terms of conferences and report cards. And this is going off of my brother as well with his kids. So yeah. I never know what's going on nowadays.
Yeah. Alan would know. Well, not yet. Your youngest isn't.
You're not yet.
So it's a graduate.
It's an assessment to decide if his child is ready for kindergarten.
Oh, that sounds like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But he's assuming that his child is going to pass, but he has to be there.
Right.
Okay.
And then there was something else too, right? There was one other thing he mentioned. Oh, his wife's birthday.
Oh, that is today.
Yeah. That's what he mentioned.
Oh, I get where you're going with this.
Today's his wife's birthday?
Apparently, yes.
Yeah. You know, we're all May babies. And
his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
yes.
She's a May 6th baby. Because today's May 6th, yeah.
There's a lot.
But I love how Whitey always finds different directions. And I appreciate him for that.
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
He's watching the Padres right now and the San Francisco Giants. Devers just hit a home run.
Home run.
To tie it up.
Wow, he's only got like 7 more of those the rest of the year.
So we have a competition show today because we have the Giants right now playing the San Diego Padres. You guys, if you don't know, Kyle and Whitey are Padres fans, and Alan is a Giants fan, and I get to sit this one out.
We're all baseball fans, right, Alan?
Yeah,
we're just baseball.
Oh,
fans.
Just baseball fans.
And your one-hit wonder team isn't playing.
Oh, shut up, Kyle.
They're better than the Giants, at least.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. But anyway, how have you guys enjoyed the NBA playoffs?
Well, hold on.
Because we're going.
Is this like what Matt's going to? Can you debate? Like, hey, no, my kid's ready. Or do they
I
just
don't
tell you?
know.
Right? Hey,
You're stuck on the logistics.
I know.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out.
are they
Alan's
just-
trying to prepare himself for
Well, I'm
what's
just
going to
trying
happen.
to figure
when-
out, hey, no, they're ready. Or are you just going for them to tell you, hey, not ready?
That's not going to be a fun conversation.
Well, I just
if
went through
that's the
customs.
conversation.
He's
right?
using the thing.
And you press the button.
Yeah.
Is it green or red?
True.
You know, we went green. We didn't have to open our bags. But is it just predetermined or is this a conversation?
He's using that as a cover to take some time off to spend with his wife on
Yeah.
her birthday.
To go to a romantic birthday dinner.
Like you say,
I too have an assessment.
I do too, actually.
Whitey, assess?
Yeah.
Whitey needs to assess. Kyle, assess?
Yeah, no, there's assessing to be done.
Yeah.
You gotta assess.
That assessing ain't going to assess itself.
That's right.
I love it. But you can assess the NBA playoffs to this point.
Wow, now that was a 4.
Grand segue, Kayla.
That was
Thank
a 4.
you.
On the
Now,
Senor
Whitey-
Segway scale.
Whitey, you could learn something from that.
Yeah, really?
Whitey's putting out 2s and 2.5s.
Are we rating like segues
Oh,
on
we
your
always
guys'
do.
show?
We always do.
I don't. I never feel like I hear
Whitey's
that.
probably sitting at a
7.
3.3 right
Good
now.
average, like it's 5.
Out
Solid
of 5.
Well, what's Allen?
Well, I mean, back in my day, when I was Senior Segway,
Ask the guy that used to track
yeah.
him.
I was about a 4.2.
What do you think,
Oh.
Kyle?
I mean, let's not get too carried away. So Kayla, the lore is that the old Alan Stiles show, we had Senor Segway,
Segway.
which
I
is your
remember that.
version of Grand Segway, Kayla.
Exactly.
And he would ask me to grade his Senor Segway, and his would always be a 4, and I'd always say it's about a 2.5 or a 3.
So we fall somewhere.
You graded on a curve?
Around a 3.7.
Okay.
An A.
That's
what is that? A
respectable.
minus.
I will
That's
say,
respectable.
that by the end of the day, I can say Alan might be the strongest segwayer I've ever heard.
Wow.
Dang. Well, that's because he worked with you for. You haven't
Wow.
worked with me that long.
High praise, indeed.
Wow. Now listen to that, Whitey.
Yeah, I thought he was going to throw you under the bus a little bit,
Me
but he
too.
got you on board and said,
Dang,
"Where do you want to go
Kyle.
out?"
Now
Dang.
that's some assessing that I
Dang.
can get down with.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, De'Aaron Fox, if he has a stinker tonight, Matt might have to assess something again tomorrow. That might have to be the case.
See, Senor Segway strikes again.
Come on, baby.
Well, we just had Brendan Nunez on, and he was talking. I asked him the question. I'm like, I'm curious, Brendan, of what you think of De'Aaron Fox's play up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And he even said, like, he thought it was still a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
And he even said he kind of feels like De'Aaron feels like he might be the odd man out a little bit there in San Antonio in terms of moving
He's on his
forward.
way to becoming the 4th best player on that
Yeah.
team.
I mean, let's just say Brendan is well versed.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan is well versed. So, and look, I'm not saying it might just be his opinion, but yeah, Brendan is obviously very, very well connected. I don't know if that would affect De'Aaron's play, though.
No, and it's not necessarily, I think that he was saying it was affecting his play, but he was just kind of making a point of like, I don't even really know if De'Aaron's in the in.
If
like
he feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I'm not comparing De'Aaron to Kevin Durant at all because Kevin Durant is pretty open that stuff does bother him, right?
Yes.
De'Aaron is the opposite. De'Aaron acts like nothing bothers him. You can say whatever you want, and he doesn't care because he's rich, which he is. He doesn't care, and it's guaranteed money, all this. I do wonder, though, we all have friends like that, if it could be more of a facade than we think, because
Sure.
we're all human.
Sure.
People didn't like that when he was here. The game where he fouled Jaden Ivey and he made a 3-pointer and was fouled, so it was a 4-point play, and then the Kings lost that game. Remember, De'Aaron was, there's nothing much I can do.
Oh, is
Sometimes
that
kinda-
drop? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, if I did any good, I'd be mad about it. And it really makes sense when you think about it. But if you're Finn, and you're furious that they lost that game and you hear the player do that, it's hard to process.
Yeah.
That I'm paraphrasing here, but the idea of when Mike Brown was fired, the conversation was, do you feel responsible or do you feel, I wasn't feel bad. I think it was probably more like, do you feel responsible or anything like that? And De'Aaron looked at the reporter. Do I feel responsible? Why would I feel responsible?
Yeah.
And
So he was kind of just like, he just said whatever.
it was just aloof?
Yeah.
Would you say aloof? or nonchalant?
Maybe a little. People view it as nonchalant.
Mhm.
When he really was just trying to be positive and always looking ahead.
Yep.
And not get
Brush it off.
bogged down in we made a mistake.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
I hate, but I don't know why.
Herder said the same thing.
But I don't know, Whitey. That I get the even keel thing. That's not even keel to me. That's.
Is it a little smug to you?
Maybe like nonchalant and even keel are two different things.
Right.
Because everyone, in high school sports, hey, got to be even keel. No, I like my guys to freak out.
You
I
like
up
you
and
like
down.
the drama, baby.
I like the roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I think he was trying to be even keel, but it was perceived as being nonchalant.
I like that.
Ooh,
I like that.
very nice. What's that? Is there any nonchalantness happening today on the Drive Guys?
The
Do you
what?
like nonchalant.
I don't know. We're French now.
Nonchalant.
Yep.
We're French, but we also just got like a frog in our
Yeah,
throat
we did.
halfway through it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're spending a lot of time today on the player poll and the NBA player poll, and how it, what it has to say about the Kings.
Ooh.
Yeah, which Kings popped up in there.
Okay. Alan, are you
just
going to
gotta
behave?
tune in. Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. No gatekeeping today. I'm
Just a
gonna
lot
try
of
my
assessing.
best.
Just a lot of assessing, exactly.
And gatekeeping.
All right, well, that does it for the Matt and Kayla Show. We've got the Drive Guys coming up, so don't go anywhere. As for our show, we'll see you here tomorrow. And yes, Matt will be back, and he will be assessing what happened with his kid, and hopefully it goes well. Peace.
The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Stay locked into Sactown Sports 1140 and SactownSports.com for the most in-depth and up-to-the-minute draft coverage on the